blah blah. Oh my god, it's Mark Kearney. Fuck. Hate how many things I have to go through just to check to see if my stream is up. So, take 2 seems to be up. Blah, 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 blah. Yep, it's up. Fuck's sake. Yeah, apologies. Don't know what happened there. Our conversation never went away. But for some reason, YouTube just completely pooed its pants. So, hello
Same
everyone,
stream,
and
or-
welcome to the Terrible
Is it a new
Stream for
stream?
Terrible People. It is
2.0.
technically a new stream. We've
Okay.
I renamed it to make sure that it went through because I was thinking maybe that stream itself, maybe it could reconnect but wouldn't. I don't know. But what the fuck ever. It's not like
Alright.
these things are particularly important that it's in the fucking name. What the hell were we talking about?
I don't know, coronavirus and shit.
Coronavirus and shit. It's the new
Someone asked
milkshake.
before how old I am. I'm going to be 30 on Wednesday.
She's going to be a boomer! That's how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been boomers for years, me and Ed.
Yeah.
It's-
7 exact years.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You're a bit older than me. That's
Yeah,
weird.
dude.
You're not allowed.
By what, like a year or two?
Uh,
How old are you?
couple of years.
I keep forgetting. People.
I'm under 35, but I'm not 100% sure.
I
You
have to
are a
remind him how
child.
old he is sometimes.
Trust me. Trust me, it gets worse.
Trust me, here in the old age of 2 or 3 years from now.
It's actually accurate. It is accurate, dude. It all starts happening in your late 30s.
It's when your penis just drops off. That is a cat being licked by lots of cows. Thank you.
I'm not prepared for the next decade or two.
I mean, we weren't prepared for anything, really.
Yeah, never were prepared.
To be fair, like,
Got ripped from the void and put in a body.
it's funny. I'm currently doing a video where I talk about freedoms
Jesus
Freedom.
Christ.
and how we have a lot of them at the moment, and that's obviously a good thing. But I have to have the caveat of bearing in mind that this thing that we're currently experiencing isn't going to last forever. We're still doing pretty well at the moment, and it's quite odd to think about that.
Aren't we?
I mean, the thing is, like,
I feel like we're just sort of going down, 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 down,
That's
down.
the thing.
I think it's going to be fine.
Texas will be the first US state to reopen next week. It's SpongeBob saying, "Hey Patrick, what am I? Stupid? No, I'm Texas. What's the difference?"
Oof.
Well,
Nah.
we let Texas sort of.
Texas does what it wants.
Yeah. Texas, it goes out there first.
Doesn't it usually
water.
every
They're like
time
the
they
poison.
have...
Yeah.
He's
They're like the
you
food
just push,
tasters.
Yeah, you push him out, and he was like, "You first."
Yeah. They're like the food tasters for the king.
Isn't Texas, like, every time the federal government does something they slightly don't like, they're like, nope, it's time to secede.
Social distancing is communism.
Is that Josu Verguila? Because he says all sorts of things.
I don't know. I just saw the picture of the chick holding up the sign. Social
Alright.
distancing is communism. Everything I don't like is communism.
I mean,
Every time the government does something, it's communism.
every single time that the government does anything, someone coughed communism. Communism. Ha ha! Clever
Yeah.
joke.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
I'm happy to open up again though. Like I said, I'm fine. With
and
it.
I
Let's
am
do it.
happy to watch America do that.
Hey man,
I'm sure you'll be fine. Dot
no
dot dot.
problems. I imagine
No,
most
you-
of us will,
you'll be
many
fine.
of us will die.
Hopefully it'll be your enemies because those people suck.
Or just me. I'm cool with it. I'm ready to go. I don't know. There's not much left. I don't think of the world. I think if I check out early, I'll be missing out on a lot of chaos that's about to come. I don't think things are getting better. You think things are getting better. I think they're getting worse.
He's naturally hopeful. That's his
I'm an
problem.
optimist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're delusional. That's
I'm
what
an
you are.
optimistic nihilist. I think that's That's what
Have you
call
been
me.
watching any of the because Twitter will, you know, prioritize that live COVID ID briefings that Trump is doing?
Oh yeah,
And
Oh
have you ever
God.
watched one?
I have seen clips, and he is almost always crying about something.
It's just him talking about how great he's doing and how mean the media is.
He was like really, really happy with how popular the briefing about the thing that is
Yeah,
on literally everybody's minds is, as if
like
it had
ratings,
anything to do with him.
about ratings.
The man is a toddler. It's
Yeah,
If this hadn't have happened, I think Trump would have been a sort of like he'd have come and he'd gone. Maybe in 4 years, maybe whenever
no,
he's
no,
supposed to get kicked out.
no. He
And
was always going to get reelected.
but what he'll come and he'll go, and people will be like, he was kind of a penis. But after this, it's just like there must be people who were supporters of him now and are thinking, oh my god.
I don't know
Like I was
because
never a
I
particular
think a lot of the
supporter. I just
I I think a lot of the people that voted for Trump knew that he was going to be a complete idiot. Like, I don't think anybody was delusional about the fact that Trump is Trump,
mm,
right? I mean, some people, I guess, but I don't think the majority of the people who voted for Trump were like, I love Trump. I think they were just like, I really hate Hillary, or
mm,
maybe this country needs a little bit of like what Michael Moore was saying, like a Molotov cocktail. Just
yeah.
fuck it, just throw a wrench in the gears or whatever.
Well, I said
But
myself that it
but
it
I think he's getting reelected. I don't think the Democrats have done a good enough job.
It was a
Um,
nice. I thought it would be like a good kick in the nuts to say, "Look, how you acting that way, that happened."
I mean,
Maybe
do you think he's not going to get reelected because of this?
I don't know. I
I
don't
think he's
think
getting
it's
reelected.
good for him at all. Like
Like
even people who are apologists
before
for him, you can't.
before this, I thought he probably stood a chance at getting re-elected, but
I mean,
now
he
I don't.
probably does. I
I
don't
don't
know.
think. I
America
don't
is a
think he
crazy
will.
country that scares me a little bit.
I don't think he will now, though.
Him-
Just the fact, like, someone was asking him, like, how are you gonna deal with?
But babes,
Yeah, but a reporter was asking him, how are you gonna deal with like the economy now and stuff like that. He goes, "Oh, we've got metrics," and he was like, "What metrics?" And he pointed to his head. He went, "These metrics." I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Dude, even went to as far as like there was a whole argument he was having about how the president has absolute power. He was like, "No, you
no.
don't. Please stop saying that,
That
sir."
like there's the whole thing about the media being mean to him. Like I feel
Which is
like
accurate
he had
enough.
a
I mean,
bit of a point at the start, but now it's
I
just
mean,
like yeah, but they're being mean, but they're completely fucking right.
they're
Like
being
when
mean,
they
but
were making shit
yeah.
up or pointing out things that weren't like the
I mean,
fucking
don't get me
koi
wrong.
pond thing, and like he's
They're still making shit up, but like
they've got so much ammo now.
they always had ammo. I don't understand.
Well,
Like,
that's the thing that pissed me off. Like there was
why not
always
just
good ammo.
report the news accurately and just
Yeah.
be the better
If you tell the
entity?
truth about Trump, he looks like an idiot. If you lie about Trump to make him look like more of an idiot, you look like an asshole and you galvanize his followers. It's
Oh,
so fucking simple. I don't know why they can't
Yeah,
understand
he
it.
doesn't need your help.
Yeah.
He's perfectly fine on his own.
I think we're 100% reactionary now, so that's the end of that. That's the beginning of the end, really,
Mm.
for me. So when you say things are you're optimistic, I think you're delusional. I think you're out of your mind because like, it's definitely getting worse, and it will continue to get worse. I don't think there's going to be a course correction good enough
I mean, to be fair,
to
different
stop this
countries.
spiral. What do you
I,
mean different countries? I think we're all fucked.
I,
We
I don't know.
certainly blew up our because there was I think a good period of time where even Americans thought that England was better. Like, and I think those times are
I mean,
over now.
I don't think England. I just don't think things are as bad as some people say they are. I don't think they're as good as they could be, but I'm not.
Maybe you're right.
I mean, that's it.
Somewhere in between.
I could absolutely be wrong, and you know what? I was. I said in a stream. I think most of the time when shit comes up, it's
Mhm.
overblown, which is true. When people go nuts about things all the time. And people were going nuts about the pandemic before we knew the extent of it, before fucking people were being honest about it. Turns out I was wrong once. Okay. So what difference does that fucking make? I changed my opinion as soon as I found out I was wrong. I don't know how that's a fucking gotcha or whatever. But yeah. And it will probably do its thing. I hope that we learn a few things from it. I'm really interested to see if companies...
The boomers all die. Oh, sorry.
That's just you.
I thought you were just really happy to see all the boomers die.
I'm really interested to see how companies react. It's time.
It's time for the boomers.
It's time. Pushes them out the door.
Should I just
I
phone
want to see what the rest of America does when it realizes it can't elect a fucking dinosaur.
It can't elect old people anymore.
Oh, Jesus.
There's no old people left. Who's going to be president?
Everybody's in their 50s now. Yeah, I just want everyone 60 and up to die right now. That'll be the great, at least the great American cleansing.
What's that fucking film with the jewels in their hand?
Sorry if anybody in the chat is over 60.
There's an old fucking B movie where they've got like a jewel on their hand and it glows when they reach age 25 or something. And we're basically...
Was that Blade Runner?
No.
There's just one Justin Timberlake movie where they have like a time on their wrist or something.
It's a really old... It's like an 80s movie and they're all wearing shiny...
Wrist, you mean a watch?
Sounds good to me, though.
But
let's do it. Let's implement that.
God, it's a famous film and all. But yeah, that's basically what's
Logan's Run. There we go.
I was thinking Logan's Run, and my brain was going, no, that's the one with Soylent Green. And now I've just realised, no, Soylent Green is the one with Soylent Green. Fucking idiot.
The one with Soylent Green.
Oh,
I know Blade Runner's that fucking weird one.
Yeah,
but for some reason
Blade
I like it.
Blade Runner's all cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Android and shit. Replicants. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Harrison Ford just not giving a fuck. Phoning it in the whole fucking way.
And yet it works. It's a good film. I really like it.
Not everyone over 29, everyone over 60.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to be over... You know how they're like, nobody needs to have billions of... Nobody needs to be a billionaire? Nobody needs to be a senior citizen.
Say goodbye to Grandma. She's going to the incinerator.
Yeah, it'll feel like a horrible, dystopian thing for a while, but once it gets normalized, people will happily.
Once you're used to this terrible fucking thing, you won't mind so long.
Yeah. Plus, in a couple decades, society will adapt.
To be fair, with all the excess graves that we'll need, I can sell the Shatterpole.
Oh, we're back on that now.
The Shatterpole. Do you not remember the Shatterpole?
No.
The spade.
Oh, the Shatterpole, yeah.
Yeah. For those who don't know, this is a device that is both spade and catapult that can dig into the ground to immediately launch a grave across...
Into space.
Well, it was across borders when we were trying to start a failed ethnic
In the beginning,
state.
we'll just chuck them over to, like, China.
No, we'll just throw them in the sea.
Oh, okay.
And hopefully all the bodies will congeal into an island. And then we can send all the people that we just don't like there.
It's not communism, D-Rabbit.
Go to Corpse Island.
It's closer to fascism. All right? Be accurate here.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking fascistic to kill all the old people.
Yeah, there you go.
Although,
don't call it communism, you bitch.
Communists weren't fucking tip-top on that either, let's be fair.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's just call them all cunts.
Whatever, just kill all the old people. I feel like we'd be better off. Let's just do it. I feel like I'm going to die before 60, so I don't even have to worry.
Oh, you're going to linger. You know you're going to linger. You're going to be a bitter old man. Oh, definitely.
You're going to be fueled by hatred.
You're too annoyed by everything to die.
You're right. The more miserable you are, the more God punishes you. Long life.
The good die young, and the bitter, fucking horrible people, they just linger on forever. You'll be that horrible old man screaming
every
at kids.
moment of it. The people who want to live die, and the people who want to die live.
Yeah, it's awful. We should have the people who want to live kill the people who want to die, and then everybody wins.
there's no way in 30 years that I'm not ready to go. Like, there's no way. We'll see though. Maybe I'll still be like popping into YouTube and annoying everyone.
Definitely. It'll be called
Trust me.
YouTube with many
I've
O's.
done all the growing up I'm gonna do. This is me forever.
I've known you for a number of years now, and you haven't grown up at all in that entire time. So
Thanks,
yeah,
buddy. Thanks. Buddy.
I think you'd hit if you
Not
had
only
if you
I
had.
said this earlier. Not only have I not grown up, but I feel right now like this past couple of months, I've been sitting around playing Resident Evil 3.
Final Fantasy
I
VII.
just got finished with Final Fantasy VII, and I'm not allowed to go to bars, so I'm basically 15 years old. It's basically I'm reliving my past.
Yeah. Oh man, we're slowly making our way through 7 at the moment. Just got up to Wall Market.
Wall Market's the best.
Yeah, Wall Market was always my favorite, so I'm like really excited about it.
They do Wall Market so well, and then that sort of picks up the momentum of the rest of the game.
Yeah, but no spoilers.
I feel like it's a little slower before Wall Market. But it ramps up.
Yeah,
now, whether or not I would like to know how you feel about the ending, because it's really divisive.
I am quite looking forward to seeing exactly what they've done, and as soon as I'm finished playing it, I'm almost certainly going to just play through the original again, because I'm not sure I'll be able to help myself. Plus,
Ed is a Florida man. There's no hope for him ever being normal. Even the people that surround me, who are also Florida men and women, do not consider me normal. So.
He's so weird. He's barely done any meth.
Yeah, I don't know what the barometer is on that. I don't know how to like.
How much meth is too little meth? That's the question, and I think we all know it's zero.
I've never touched meth. So.
Meth is one of those things that just sounds fucking terrifying, and I can't imagine why anybody would do it. Like, I'm not a prude when it comes to the drugs, but meth is just like, are you fucking kidding?
It rhymes with death, so it's not.
Oh, come on. That's the kind of shit my fucking teachers would tell me. And it's just like, no, that's fucking stupid.
Meth rhymes with death, so don't touch it.
Why don't they just change the name?
Sex rhymes with hex.
Yeah, and it does curse your penis with, I don't know, what's a penis disease?
A penis disease?
Syphilis.
It riddles you with syphilis.
The sex hex. With a cocogram is too much and an ounce isn't enough. I'm assuming, an ounce is more.
Hey, exactly, Rabbits. Florida, being from Florida explains why I want 60 plus out of the equation. That's a good observation. We have a fucking old person problem in Florida. Yeah. Clearly, we have an old person problem in America, though, because we won't stop voting for them.
It's more of a fetish
now more than ever.
Pardon me.
You're putting Biden up against Trump, like. And everybody's fanatic about Bernie. Bernie will be dead within the decade.
I thought you were going to say weak then.
I don't give a fuck how healthy he seems, because people keep throwing that out. He seems really healthy. I'm like, I don't care. He's pushing 80, you cunt. Like, what do people do when they hit that age? There's a decline, no matter what. That dude's dead. He's already dead.
There's got to be a young-ish candidate. I mean, what the fuck ever happened?
Isn't it like what is it? It's, you can run for president if you're 35. Is that what it is?
I think there is a lower limit of 35.
Yeah, but you can't win. You can't win unless you're over 68.
Well, where's another fucking Obama? He was young and charismatic.
You're right. Obama was younger.
Yeah. And he was charismatic. I mean, he was conventionally attractive. Bernie
dropped out, but people won't shut the fuck up about him. And the Bernie voters are still going to vote for Bernie, which is just throwing away their vote. They might as well do what I'm going to do, which is to not vote. I'm done, actually. By the way, that's my new position. No more voting.
Why do you go to the
I guess I'll have to start.
Go to the
yeah, you might.
Ed, go to the voting booth and just put "I'm done" on it.
You know what? I might.
I'm fucking done with you people. Seriously? Question mark, exclamation mark.
I got an "I voted" sticker just to write. Go fuck yourself.
Fuck you.
I voted.
Right in.
I just print
spit
out.
on it.
I just print out the "I voted" stickers, and then I just put them on things like pets. I don't know why I find that amusing, but I do, because I am a child.
My not voting is a vote for Trump. I don't care, because I don't think first of all, I don't think Trump is going to lose at all. Second of all, I don't see the lesser evil argument anymore. I don't see that anyone is different. Trump may be a little more well, no, not even Biden. Biden, like, they're both embarrassments. They're both aging lunatics. Like, I don't see the lesser evil anymore. I used to make that argument a lot.
Chris Ray and he said,
but if I don't see it, then I can't apply it.
Chris Ray did a thing, and he was saying, like, you can do predictive text things, and anything that comes out, it sounds like Biden.
It sounds like
don't even ask
speech.
what has Trump actually done apart from all the embarrassing shit that is really that bad? What has he done that's all that fucking different in the grand scheme of things? I don't think you're going to change anything with a vote. And I don't think I don't think my vote matters.
The system doesn't work. We should all.
That's
why you want to open lockdown. You want to kill as many people as possible.
if you had another candidate that I really supported, I would vote. But I don't see any change happening with any as a result of this election.
I was genuinely surprised that they didn't come out with the Democrats didn't come out with a better candidate. Like a strong as fuck. Just like, okay, let's find the most likable doesn't even matter what his fucking policies are.
Killed thousands of people. Yeah, presidents have never killed thousands of people.
One of the biggest reasons I just don't vote is because I don't like anybody.
I don't think they matter. I don't know. I just don't see it anymore.
Like, it's just the idea. I get told that, I really should be voting and things like that. I'm like, yeah, but I don't like anybody. I'm like, we'll just vote for somebody. I went, why?
Yeah. I do agree that watching the Democrats meltdown was hilarious, but now it's getting sad. Now it's getting sad.
It would be nice if they'd have,
the Democrats came out so pathetic that I think if no vote is a vote for Trump, then Trump deserves it. The Democrats have come out with such a shit show, and they've learned nothing from 2016, not a single thing, and they're still going with the next in line kind of thought process. They had a lot of good candidates too, or at least better candidates, and they just wrote them off. So they deserve this. They've earned it. And to be honest, it doesn't really affect me all that much anymore. I don't think so. I'm just gonna let it roll. I'll let you guys make the decision and see what you do. Although it was funny, like I was on Gasly's stream and he was like, "This would be like the exact moment where you'd want to see like the election won, like Trump wins the election by a single vote, or vice versa, and then it would be like definitely your vote mattered."
Yeah,
but no, I'm not worried about taking the blame.
I think, like, why would I go down to a voting station to vote for nobody, even if there's no, like, click the none of the
above whole
we already talked about this. It's for the opportunity to write "fuck you" on the ballot.
That's true, but
I still might do that. I don't know.
Getting up
depends on how lazy I feel on the day.
Exactly. It's like most of the time I don't even know that the vote is fucking happening.
I forget most of the time.
It is just so fucking unimportant to me. Because I don't, you're saying about me being optimistic, but when it comes to elections, I don't see the point, and I have yet to be convinced of the point. If I had a candidate that was like, yeah, oh shit, there's someone that excited me, but politicians are not people that I like. Politicians are always dipshits. I have never seen a politician that I thought, I can really get behind this guy. Never, ever, ever.
No, like my inner anarchist is fully realized at this point, and even if this my vote, even if I could believe that my vote led to some catastrophic result, fine. Just I don't care anymore. I'm out for me now, just me. I'm just gonna live my life until it's over, and that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And if society wants to fall apart, that's the society's prerogative.
Yeah, and again, like the you should vote just because blah blah blah. It just doesn't make any sense because
I think it did make sense when there was like a real choice, or when at least when there felt like there was. Maybe maybe I'm just like rose-colored glasses or whatever. But I used to feel like I was empowered by being a voter and keeping up with everything. And I feel like the older I get, the less. I'm just getting more and more pessimistic, I guess.
To be fair,
I don't think that's unique. I don't like everybody. I think is starting to feel that.
I still have the option of voting screaming, raving loony party, which I really should just be voting for them.
They got 11% last year.
That doesn't surprise me.
Wait, what were they?
Monster raving loony party. They say that if
joke.
you vote for them,
it's a meme of a political party.
If you vote for them, everybody gets a horse.
Yeah.
And
so like Vermin Supreme, everybody gets a pony.
Yeah, one of their policies, and he wears a boot on his head, I think.
That's Vermin Supreme.
It used to be Screaming Lord Such.
Okay, so it is Vermin Supreme's party.
Oh, is that literally what the guy's called now?
With the boot on his head, he's saying everybody gets a pony, and
right, because it used to be. I knew Screaming Lord Such.
He emphasizes like oral hygiene or something like that,
which is important.
Yeah, he took the world by storm. He's also pretty crazy. So
yeah,
why not?
But the whole party is a fucking meme. That's it. I mean, it's been around for fucking decades as well, which is brilliant.
They're hyper liberal too.
Yeah.
When my dad's quite serious about voting, and I basically said when I was turning 18, and he's like, "Oh, you should be voting." And I was like, okay, let's have a look at all these options. And then I said to him, "Oh wow, Monster Raven Looney Party, look what you get with them." And he's like, "Oh, don't be voting for them. That's ridiculous."
I want a pony.
It's my vote.
Yeah, but I want a pony.
I think it would be hilarious to vote for them. I've actually got an investment in voting for them as opposed to anyone else. Why the fuck wouldn't I?
Yeah.
But no.
If I was in the UK, I would have voted for Dankula.
I might vote for Dankula for the US.
Just put Dankula in the ballot.
Or I'll just, in the write-in box, I'll just say Nazis.
Fuck's sake. I would just put, "Are you having a nice day?" No, I wouldn't. That would be just super lame. Kill yourself. There you go.
There,
I hate you. Yes, you. Specifically you. If you're reading this, die.
I dipped the pen I'm writing this with in my cum.
Oh!
Oh my god.
This is written in goat's blood. No, this is written in badger blood. I don't know why that's
P.S. I have herpes. AIDS. Herpes is the wrong thing. I have AIDS.
AIDS isn't contagious.
Wait, can you get herpes from semen? I thought that was like
it's a bodily fluid.
You couldn't get from touching semen. You wouldn't get AIDS, but you might get herpes from touching semen. I think. I don't know. Ask the chat. I'm sure they know, the dirty bastards.
At the end of the day, I think everybody can agree we're too stupid to have these conversations.
Yeah, if you've come here for a serious fucking or think anything that is said is worth two fucking pieces of shit, I don't know why you're on this channel. I changed my fucking title
I don't know why
card.
You're looking for two pieces of shit so badly either.
I mean, if they wanted two pieces of shit, they found them. 3, in fact.
Let's switch to monarchy.
The monarchy is a whole other box of badges. Well, as far as I've learnt. They happen to pay their way, so I don't care. Like, apparently, they bring in more in income to the country than they cost. Probably not at the moment.
Can I ask a question? I've seen a lot of this stuff going on. There's like an Ethan Klein drama.
Oh, what, H3?
Yeah,
Sorry, H3, H3. I hate
about
saying
donation shaming Jeff Bezos.
that. Okay.
Why are we against donation shaming?
What exactly is donation shaming?
Like, he was really rich and he donated fuck all. But he
To
donated a sum for
Hoopst.
COVID, but it wasn't very much compared to what he makes.
You can donate as much as you want.
Nah, but I'm cool with shaming people for not donating.
Yeah, but you
enough.
like shaming people.
I mean, I'm perfectly happy to say it to make fun of them.
If it's the equivalent of like flicking a penny at a bag boy and saying don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Well, it depends, right?
Eat my fucking shit.
If he makes a big deal, if somebody made a huge deal about, I'm going to make a donation,
and then they get, here's $5.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, that's shitty.
So,
I get that the argument is like, oh, it's a couple $100,000 or whatever, so it's helping people. But I'm like, yeah, you could do more. It's nothing to you.
Yeah.
Make it something. Come on, up the ante. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I got no problem. I mean, I've never got any problem with anyone criticizing anyone for basically any reason, as long as the criticism is true.
Yeah,
So,
but of course, H3 is still being hypocritical. Don't get me wrong. So they can't do what I would do, because from the start, I would be like, I'm donation shaming this person. And then they would be like, it's really shitty to donation shame a person. I'd be like, no, it isn't. Go fuck yourself. And I would be consistent.
And especially...
He's not being consistent. He's donation shaming and then saying he didn't, and then whatever, going back and forth. I would straight up say, nah, fuck that guy. He's rich as shit. Give him more money, you cunt. Give more money, you dumb cunt. Yeah, obviously you could do whatever you want, but I could do whatever I want. And one of the things I want to do is shame you for not donating enough. Ha! So there you go.
Yeah. How much money does Jeff Bezos have?
I am being consistent.
Now, how much money does he have, Mr. Bezos? What, like, I can't remember what he does. Or is he just one of those people that's just rich?
He's very rich.
Is that it?
Don't ask me too many questions.
I don't know things. I just know that he's rich.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos is rich.
Yeah, just...
He's a CEO. Oh, he's the Amazon guy.
I mean, he's...
You tell me the CEO of Amazon?
He's basically evil, so I don't care.
I love how people think that billionaires have all the money in disposable cash and not in net worth. That could they have? He has $1 million in disposable cash.
Apparently,
he has more. He could have donated more. I don't think there's a question about that. I don't really care. I don't really care, but I'm happy to fuck with him about it. I'm happy to say, hey, cunt, rich cunt, haha, rich cunt. I don't like rich people.
Here's the thing, and I am willing to point out my hypocrisy. I think Amazon is evil.
24 billion, but yeah, millions is a stretch.
But I'm not going to stop using them because they're so fucking convenient.
I don't have a problem with Amazon. I'm not going to stop using them.
No, I think they're evil. I absolutely...
I'm not on a crusade.
I'm not.
You know.
I mean, I know that technically I'm a crusader, but I don't...
I know he did just lose a lot... or no, he got a lot of money in a divorce, right? Or was
Did
that... No, he lost his money in a divorce.
He must have. There's no way someone was coming into that relationship with more money than him.
I'm so fucking out of touch. Like, I think Bezos lost a lot of money in a divorce.
Oh Christ! Can you imagine that though? You're Jeff Bezos, and like, say you come in, they sign a prenup, and he's like not making that much money, and she's making loads, and then all this shit happens, and she has to take like. Their prenup says that he gets like 10% of her earnings or something because she was earning so much more than him. She's like, I'll have that 10% now, please.
But it was a story, like the flip side of that was Adele got a divorce and the guy took half her shit.
As I feel that sounds about right.
Women started flipping out about it. And it was like, good.
But
now you see
that
it.
makes
sense. Now you know how it feels.
They were complaining about equality.
They were complaining that things were working out too equal.
Yeah.
They made all the same argument that men make, which is like he did nothing to earn that money.
And
he just fucked her.
and it's not necessarily wrong, but at the same time, you know, it's fair.
No, I don't know.
This
To
is
an
why
extent.
we don't get married. Because
I don't think it's fair.
if you go off and like end up having, for some fucking reason, end up being super famous and stuff, you don't want me around.
I'm already super famous
she
and
got
handsome and good
she
at the
got
sex.
billions of dollars. He lost a lot, but apparently he bounced right back because it's fucking Amazon.
Oh no! What? Well, oh
I
look,
just
all the
can't
money
feel
came back.
sorry for these people. They're not human to me.
I mean, yeah,
They're not human to me.
the ultra rich just. I mean, I'm not an eat the rich type person, but I am a. If they're crying, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, people every day go through divorces and end up with just fucking nothing, like restarting their whole lives over again. I don't give a fuck about Bezos' divorce, right? Or how much she got. Like, there's no homelessness in store for Bezos, right?
No.
That's not in his future.
Even if he lost everything, he would have
there's
value. As
he's not
Jeff
going to end up
Bezos.
leeching off of the government for unemployment and or
He will never not have value.
food stamps. Yeah.
In terms of he's the Amazon guy, someone will employ him. Someone will pay for his story.
Yeah, so why not fucking shame him when he donates fucking nothing?
Why not shame?
Other people are donating it.
Shame
I'm
him
happy to
if he
him.
donates shitloads. Fuck
Shame him for existing.
Yeah, exactly.
Shame. He's not a person. Stop feeling bad for billionaires.
Yeah.
I don't care what side of the political fence you're on.
Corporations aren't people, and neither are billionaires.
Yeah,
and when I'm a billionaire, I'm not going to feel like a person either, because I'm going to be so much better
human.
than
Billionaires aren't
humans.
human. Celebrities aren't human. And leftists aren't human.
Fuck's sake.
I
mean, I'm not, so that's true. But no, when you had like people in their mansions like crying because they're breaking down, and I'm like, I feel nothing.
I said leftist, but I really wanted to say like a racial slur, but I felt like it's not my stream, so I can't do it. Like,
no, you better not, bitch.
I was going for the shock value, but nah.
You know it would upset me.
Yeah, it would upset you.
I'd cry and everything.
Oh,
He doesn't have a beard, so fuck him. Yeah, he doesn't have a beard. He's not a man to me.
If people don't have beards, ooh,
The least you could do if you're a billionaire is grow a beard like a man.
Oh shit! Wasn't Richard Branson? People have been pissed off at him lately for something to do with Corona.
Richard Branson?
Richard Branson, the Virgin.
Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah, he's one of your British rich guys.
Yeah. I'm sure he was
Business
doing
guys.
something. I can't remember.
Is he like the British Donald Trump?
No. The British Donald Trump is
bleached blonde hair.
No. He's more like he's that classic sort of 80s rich person who was like a little bit of a playboy, a little bit of a renegade, wealthy person.
Well, that's what Trump
from all
was.
the films. Even
in a way,
in old films, Trump didn't look like that. He looked like a fat businessman. Whereas Richard Branson...
Oh, there we go.
What?
Richard Branson said to invest $250 million into Virgin after sending staff home unpaid.
Yeah, there you go.
He sued the NHS.
Did he?
This is why people are calling out Richard Branson over the 5K challenge. That's something else. I don't know what I'm looking at. Why people are accusing... this is why Richard Branson sued the NHS in 2016.
So it's like Richard Branson, the Virgin.
Why people are accusing Richard Branson of making a profit from NHS donations? I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know anything about this.
I'm not particularly up for talking about what might be speculation. But he's always been kind of a dipshit. There's always been a joke about him as well, where he tries to get on one of his planes, and he can't get through, and they're not accepting the ticket or something, and he goes, "Do you know who I am?" And the lady goes, "Security, there's a man here who doesn't know who he is." Which I always quite like. I love the idea that that's true.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. There's a man here who doesn't know who he is. That's the cleverest stewardess ever.
Yeah, that's how you know it's not true.
Yeah,
That's unfair.
that was too snappy for a stewardess.
Do you know
I
what?
think.
Talking of airline people, it might have been last week or the week before. I was asking people who were saying, that they were key workers of one description or another. And about 7 people in my stream of maybe 70, 60, 70 worked for airlines. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Wait,
people, you
like,
have to be reasonably well educated to fix planes.
not really. Just in that one area.
You have to be
Just in
smarter
the
than me.
area. You just have to know how to fix a plane. You don't really need to
I
know
don't know
much.
how to fix a plane. There you go. Smarter than me.
Like, you don't have to be a genius in all other walks of life.
Well, I like
You
that.
just have to have studied and trained and learned how to fix a fucking plane.
Yeah,
I imagine
that sounds like that's beyond me. No, I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's beyond me, but
One of the things I've always wanted to do is
break planes.
break planes. I'm good at breaking them. I'm
Yeah.
excellent.
I always aspired to be a gremlin.
Oh my god, I love those films. Even the second one that wasn't that good.
Or the or the Gremlins films.
Gremlins.
Yeah.
That's
what one wasn't good.
One of them wasn't as good as the other, or no, I seem to recall them both being really good, and I loved them. But I'm sure people said that one of them wasn't very good.
No,
And
nobody said
maybe that was just
the second one was epic.
yeah. But that needs to go on the list. The other day, I think it was Friday, because we've got a second headset now. We decided to do. There's an app called Big Screen, the cinema app.
Yeah, I have it. I have it on screen.
My brother has an Oculus Go, which works with that, and yeah, so we decided to just chill out in the living room space of that app, and watch a film, and we watched Batteries Not Included. Oh, Mrs. Sick is walking away.
Good.
I don't know what's up with her. Are you
Good night,
okay?
yeah.
It's cold.
Ah, I
keep feeling a draft.
I did shut the window and I did turn the heating on.
It's the most woman thing she's ever said.
She's constantly talking about how cold she is.
I feel a draft.
I feel the draft. Not for me, though.
I'm having trouble existing in this space.
You have an extra layer of fat. That's why you're warm.
I have several extra layers of fat. Thank you very much.
And she's probably not wrong.
No, she's not wrong at all.
Air conditioning is sexist.
Yeah, you should. We're gonna do it again. You should come along. We'll watch the Gremlins.
Watch porn.
We're not gonna watch porn.
I think you can stream. There's something Ghastly was talking about where you can stream on. I don't know. There's some deal between maybe Prime or Hulu or something where you can stream on Twitch. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
No, but it doesn't matter. This is VR, and I'm gonna get someone to hang out with me in VR over this period.
Well, you keep trying.
Who isn't related to me?
I'm so like I don't know, man. The VR thing, like I was really into it when I got the Quest, and then the second Gremlins was appalling. You should kill yourself. You should literally kill yourself, Pete. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that on your stream, but Pete, seriously consider the options that you have in life. And one of them is to just exit gracefully.
I liked it.
The second Gremlins was it must have been that
the second Gremlins was a sequel to the first one in a way that sentence makes sense to say.
It was a parody of the first one.
Yeah.
It was almost it was the same people made the same movie and made fun of the first movie that they made throughout the
It was a lot of fun as well. I mean, isn't that the one where he drives the little car and gets a bow and arrow and shit?
There's fourth wall breaks everywhere in the movie. Yeah. It's just like it's a complete cartoon.
Yeah.
It's like a Tex Avery cartoon. It's brilliant.
I really enjoyed that.
Way better than the first. And I swear to God, the first one would not have gone down in history the same way if the second one didn't exist.
I still think. I mean, they're not really films that get talked about that much. What's the?
You are fucking. Are you kidding me?
I
With
don't.
my age group?
I don't know. I don't talk to people. That's the thing.
It wasn't bad, Pete. Shut up. It was great. It was great. Shut the fuck up, Pete.
Yeah,
I have a wrench, Pete. Be careful. I have a wrench, and I'm not afraid to abuse my power on Sir Sic's channel.
You will lose it immediately. I mean,
yeah, but at least I will have used it for the first time ever.
Are you sure you have one? I feel like I would have gotten rid of yours like long ago.
I went back and watched Gremlins 2, the new batch, not too long ago. It is great. It knows exactly what it is, and it doesn't compromise. It's a very good movie. We should watch it.
Oh, Short Circuit, and I like Short Circuit and Short Circuit 2. I don't know if the second one is a good film or not.
They were both. See, it's one of those things where like one is still like the first one, even with Short Circuit, the first one is pretty much already a comedy. Like the original Gremlins wasn't really a horror movie; it just had more horror elements to it.
Yeah.
But the second one just doubles the fuck down on and just says, "I am just a comedy." And that's what it was with Gremlins. Maybe
you're making me so nostalgic. I'm just starting to think of all the films I used to watch. And now, like, I've got Beverly Hills Cop in my head, and fucking Last Action Hero, and so many.
Story.
Say again.
Never-ending Story. I was a huge fan of that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
The first one. The second one was terrible.
Did you cry with the horse?
Man, everybody did.
Anybody who doesn't.
True.
I don't know.
What was the horse's name? Artax.
Something like that.
Stupid horse.
Sort your shit out. Get a job.
Yeah, man. They fucking that movie did kind of chicken out and undo what it did by the end. Remember?
Yeah. I mean, for starters, they ended.
Like everything came back.
Gotta say, they ended. That was not fit for purpose.
Yeah, that's an old joke.
Yeah, but it's still funny to me, so I don't give a shit.
I read the book and I was like, "This is 400 pages.
This is never gonna fucking. Oh fuck! It ended.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was looking for an infinite page book. So...
At the end, it says turn to page 1.
Yeah. It's a loop. See, the two snakes eating each other's assholes. That's a metaphor for you should read this over and over again for the rest of your life.
You do not need any other books. If you believe
but my life
this...
is finite. My life is finite, you stupid book. It ends.
You're buried with the book. That's how it works.
We are retarded, man. You ever have this moment of self-awareness where it's just like, oh fuck, I'm retarded.
Nah, self-awareness is for losers.
Yeah, you just suppress that. You just immediately suppress it.
As soon as you think that you might be a shit person or like not funny or anything of the above, you just ignore it. Ignore
I thought I was fancy. I thought I was super smart when I was like in 4th grade. And Jurassic Park, the movie, came out, and I was like, I'm going to read the book because everybody says it's for grown-ups. And I read the book page to page, didn't understand a goddamn word, but I said, I read it.
I read it. I read...
There's a lot of violence in that. It's a very violent book. It's a graphically violent book, Jurassic Park.
I mean, I watched Jurassic Park when I was quite young in the cinema, and I remember the... T-Rex toilet scene freaked me out a bit.
That's pretty great.
Because I go to the toilet. So at some point,
but
you don't know if a
hide
dinosaur is going to come in and eat me off the toilet now.
You probably wouldn't hide in a toilet if you're running from a T-Rex. You'd probably just keep running, right?
In a straight line because you're in Prometheus.
No, a zigzag. Just treat it like a gator. Maybe that would have worked. We don't know because he fucked it up. He zigzagged. He's still got the eyes on the corners, like on the sides of his head, right?
You just get really run towards him.
Yeah, so just like zigzag around so that you keep flitting in and out of his vision. To the T-Rex, you're teleporting, basically. You're hard to follow and hard to track. He'd be like, fuck this. I'm going to go kill a fucking... I'm
going to kill something big that I can see.
Stegosaurus or something, yeah.
Even though I'm probably a scavenger.
Plus, his whole life, that T-Rex's whole life, he's been eating chained up goats.
Yeah, he's going to suck at hunting.
He doesn't know how to hunt.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Oh,
Nobody ever pointed that out. How unrealistic Jurassic Park is.
he's going, why is this food moving? Fuck this food. I'm going to find something that doesn't move.
0 out of 10.
Shit film.
Unrealistic T-Rex.
But that film still totally holds up. So many films from back then still totally hold up. I don't know how many films nowadays will totally hold up. Like the good ones, obviously. Like the ones with acting in them. But I'm talking about like effects films.
Marriage Story will hold up.
Oh, fuck me.
Men and women don't change.
Men and women being really pissed off at each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's a skill that we have developed as a species.
It's innate.
What do you want, Cat? Oh, god damn it. What do you want?
No feathers.
Make your fucking mind up. No feathers. Yeah, exactly. Completely unrealistic. Was it Brontosauruses with their heads up in the air? That's completely unrealistic. They'd have been down.
Exist.
That whole look it up thing.
They drag their heads like tails.
It's just at the side of them as they're walking along.
They were just born miserable.
I just get this image, like you'd see their tracks, and there'd be 2 sets of feet, and then to the one side a head track.
They'd be going sideways.
The
They'd have to walk sideways to avoid stepping on either their tails or their heads.
It's just this fucking.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
They're really just one of nature's abominations.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. That's the science now, because we decided.
You can make the sound of a brontosaurus.
Oh, fuck's sake! Why? Why am I alive?
But they had no predators because everybody just felt sorry for them.
And no one wants to eat something that fucking sad.
I'll just let you go. You can just live your life as best you can.
Well, they were huge as well, and they just sort of barge the shoulder check you. In dinosaur high school. They're the fucking goths.
How far along Final Fantasy you're at?
Just gotten to Wall
Just
Market.
got to Wall Market. Power through that when you get that is really good.
I'm not gonna power through it. I'm gonna savor it.
No, actually, yeah, savor it.
Yeah.
But do the side quest in that one. I don't know if you're skipping any side quests.
No.
Once you get to replay, I feel like the game is better when you're empowered in the replay to skip.
I did have an assumption that you'd the New Game Plus. Is that what you're saying?
When you end the game, there's a chapter select where you retain all your stuff. So it's essentially New Game Plus, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can select the
it's
chapters.
so that you can so that you can go through and like steal things and collect stuff that you missed.
Right. So if you do all the side quests the first run, the second run you can skip them and the game feels like it has a better pace because the
I
side
imagine
quests
it's a
really
bit snappier.
The side quests really kind of bog down the game. They're really bad, they're boring.
I mean,
they take up a lot of time.
I like them to the extent of world building.
They get worse.
There's things that I like about them, like one of the earlier ones, like a monster comes over from the train graveyard,
right?
And it's the correct kind of monster, and that pleased me.
Oh yeah, you haven't done the train graveyard.
No, that would be on the other side.
Well, they made that pretty long.
Yeah, I imagine so. The route up until Wall Market, the third arm puzzle, I was like,
come on.
The first one, I was like, okay. Second one, I was like, all right, you made the thing, so you're going to use it again. And then it was like, oh, here's 2 of them. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I was done.
They tend to do that. Like even with little things. Like remember in the original game. Hopefully you've played the original game. How fresh is the original game in your mind?
I have remembered point for point every single thing and been able to explain to Mrs. Sick the significance of things that should be completely insignificant.
This game should not be played by people who haven't played Final Fantasy VII, and I think everybody is saying, "Oh, newcomers, it's friendly to newcomers." I don't believe it is, especially when you get to the end. But that's not a spoiler. I'm just saying. this game is not for people who.
I would feel that there's a lot of context that you'd miss, and
there are scenes. This isn't too much of a spoiler, so I'm going to say it. There is a scene that you're about to come up into. It's a scene that you know that happened in the first game. It's pretty much shot for shot, not shot for shot, but it's the same thing that happens, right?
Yeah.
And when it happens, it cuts to a character that you haven't met yet, that you know well, for like a split second, and watches that character react to what's happening, and then cuts away with no context over what the fuck is this thing? It's Kate Sith, and it's like, what the fuck is this thing?
I mean, that's a spoiler, motherfucker.
Like, it's a spoiler, but it's
you didn't
Kate
have
Sith.
to say.
They show him for a second. It's not even a big deal, but like, they show him for a second, and you as a Final Fantasy VII player, you know what that is.
Like,
it's not a huge shock to you, and you just go, oh.
That
but
makes
like,
sense.
who the fuck would, like, if I were playing this for the first time, there are so many scenes in this game where I'd be like, what the fuck is any of this?
Why is that person there? Who is he? What is he doing?
Why am I supposed to care about this? Who is Sephiroth even?
Yeah.
Because the game doesn't even really, it just throws Sephiroth in there. You know
Like,
that already,
it
right?
throws in a lot of stuff, like, mid-game stuff. A lot of that almost immediately.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like it. I think it's good.
Oh, it is good. Don't get me wrong. All the way through, it's good, but there's going to be some questionable things. You have to know by now that their people are really divided over the ending.
Yeah, well, I've actually not seen that, but I've been avoiding particular talk. Where's Miss Sic? She's still here. It's just she doesn't know how to video game.
Do they want us to stop talking about Final Fantasy?
Um,
I have nobody to talk about this game with, though, either, because nobody else has played it.
But when these two get talking, I kind of just melt into the background.
At least when we talk about the video games.
Yeah, sorry.
What else have you played recently?
Resi 3, and that's pretty much it.
I want to play Resi 3, but I ain't paying 50 fucking quid for it.
Last night I picked up Fallout 76 so I could play with Ghastly and them, because they kept saying it was way better now, and I figured I'd let you know because I know you play it.
Yeah, like we've been playing that on and off.
It's all right so far. I mean, it just feels like Fallout at the end of the day, but
it feels a lot more like Fallout than it did. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, apparently all the story stuff that I'm doing didn't exist in the beginning.
No.
Yeah.
There was no people.
You just turn up and then you'd get a fucking tape. And then you'd listen to that tape and you'd go somewhere else and then listen to another tape. And that was it.
Yeah. It wasn't even a game.
And then
now it feels like Fallout.
Yeah. So it works a lot better.
I like it. Yeah. So what level are you?
I'm 26, 25, 26. We didn't play it a huge amount in the first place, so
No, because there was nothing to play.
You know, we still put in a decent number of hours. I think we put in like 40 or 50 hours each playing it together, but we were just basically playing it like we would have played 4, but with another person, which is what we were expecting, and then it was just this weird thing. I mean, with Bethesda, they didn't know what the fuck they were making anyway. They were so surprised when the people who play this RPG about helping people and building the world back up, they were surprised when people didn't want to just kill each other like it was fucking Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Amazingly fucking dense company sometimes. Jesus Christ. The only thing I mean... What?
I think I'm approaching level 10, though, because I tried to grind through, because I wanted to be, like...
You have to be level 20 to continue a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And you can't have private servers without Fallout first, so I was only just relying on...
Which is fucking bullshit.
I was relying on... I have a dual wield. That's one of Ghastly's dudes. So, like, I think it was him, or whatever, somebody else who has it to start the private server so that we can go into it.
Right.
But people don't really, like, grief each other too much on that game, do they?
No, not really. So, it's not that bad. I mean, a lot of people are very friendly in it, and they'll help you out, and they'll leave shit for you.
I just heard him lighting a cigarette.
We can change the subject.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No, she's not going, oh my god, because of that. She's saying, oh my god, because she heard you light a cigarette. And
what's wrong with that?
Well, she did. She
bought
does
one?
this thing, like we're in lockdown, and it drives her mad, and then she doesn't have a cigarette because she runs out and she doesn't tell me, so I can go out and get her some more. And by tomorrow, she'll be fucking clawing at the walls, screaming.
Sounds like that's your fault, Miss Sic.
No, I'm pretty sure it's my fault. I shouldn't.
Somehow.
I shouldn't.
I don't want to smoke.
No.
But
Yes.
being in the house, not with nothing to do. Like, usually in spring and summer, I just go out. But because I can't now, it's driving me bonkers. So having a cig is an excuse to go stand outside for a bit.
Well, you just go outside, though.
Yeah, but I can't. I can't just do that. Look like a lemon.
Rabbits. Mrs. Sic is a gamer, but she doesn't like talking about them that much.
I still go sit in my backyard.
I've went through this. I'm not a gamer.
Okay, you are a player of the games.
Yes, but I'm not a gamer.
Anyone play Life
I mean,
is
according
Feudal?
to some people, I'm not a gamer.
Why aren't you a gamer?
Depends on how... I mean, I play the games I want to play, but, like, I don't...
I think that's perfectly gamery. I mean, if people... I think someone who...
I'm not in a... Like, I don't feel like I'm a part of the culture.
Like, I like the... Like, I'm not invested in it in... I don't hang out on forums and stuff. But it's something that is an interest of mine. It's strongly. Like, I read about it and I look stuff up and I like hardware.
You watch videos about it.
I watch a shitload of videos about it, but I don't really interact with anyone. And that's what
Yeah.
makes me the real gamer, because I'm not fucking talking to anyone. I am
Hey, you know what?
insular
You're
as
right.
fuck.
I didn't expect Mrs. Sic to sound so northern.
Why not?
Well, I am northern though, so.
But she is northern. Oh, Bayeka, didn't he expect that? Cat, what are you doing, you little twat?
And I do feel like I only play the big games. I don't... I'm not like a lot of gamers I know. They're really into, like...
Indie games.
Really niche games or whatever. Like, games that I would never touch. I mean, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII. Before that, I played the Resident Evil 3 thing. These are all big releases.
Yeah, I mean, I play less...
Just like they were when I was a kid. Yeah.
Anyone for Portal 2? I haven't played the co-op. I started playing the co-op with someone, and then we just stopped almost immediately. Probably because time.
I had trouble playing the co-op because I would always play with somebody who already knew all the levels.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have to play it with
You
somebody
have to
who
play it
never
with
played
somebody,
it.
yeah, so that you're both pissing each other off as much as the other.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to play it through again. It's not a game that has any staying power, I don't think, after you've beaten it.
Not yeah. I mean,
Hats
I think
don't make a fucking difference.
the single player has more replayability.
Yeah, because it's fucking hilarious. I
it's
mean,
funny
to
as
be
shit.
fair, the multiplayer has similar humor beats, but it isn't
Yes.
as it doesn't have any fucking timing to it. It doesn't have pace because it's a multiplayer one.
It's not a narrative really.
Yeah, it's just
It's
jokes.
a scenario.
Yeah, it's a scenario with jokes in it, and I mean it's good. They're both well made, and I believe I'm to understand that the best puzzles are in the multiplayer. Because
Did you play Half-Life, Alex?
I've been playing it off and on. It's finding fucking time, and you know, if I play VR, I'm probably playing Beat Saber to an ungodly amount.
It's too much work for me to get that on the Quest, and right now Amazon's not delivering things. So like, I actually was going to get the link so I could hook it up to the PC.
Yeah,
but they were like, "Oh yeah, you'll get that in late May."
Oh
Like,
fucking
okay.
hell! Because our Amazon is, I'm getting a link cable, and it's coming Tuesday.
Some things are coming and some things aren't. I don't know what's going on with Amazon. I don't see why it's that difficult to have drivers, right now. You're not going to get coronavirus just by driving around.
The only thing that the trick with Amazon, because this happened with one thing, I ordered something that was going to come at the end of the month, and I ordered something else that was coming right away, and the thing coming at the end of the month came with the thing that came straight away. So maybe
so it's like an estimated idea of when
it's an estimated idea, and I think that if you pick something that comes sooner rather than later, you'll probably get one. it will probably come with. But I can't guarantee that, obviously.
When I went on that fishing trip that nobody shamed me for doing, I figured somebody would. Like,
I tried shaming you, but apparently it didn't take.
Well, I don't give a fuck. We had all been in quarantine for more than 14 days, and then we all went to a house together. I don't think any of us had coronavirus.
You don't think?
But if we did, we were going so fucking stir crazy, it didn't matter. So we went out to this house that we rented, or for like it's like a bed and breakfast deal.
Yeah.
Out on a creek, and we went fishing. But nobody was really prepared for the fact that we had mosquito spray, but
there were no mosquitoes, so you had to do it in each other's eyes.
There were sand fleas.
Ha!
And apparently sand fleas don't give a fuck about mosquito spray. I learned that the hard way.
It's almost like it's got a word and a name for it, and it's not the same creature.
It isn't, and we didn't think of them.
Well, that's your punishment for not social distancing.
I still have scars from some of the bites because I picked at it, because of course I did.
You are one of those people.
Yeah, I can't help it. But before, like, it looks, my arms look fine now. They just have a little bit of pock marks there. But like they were, it looked like I had chicken pox on my arms. And it itched so bad for like a week. And I tried to order on Amazon this itch relief stuff.
Yeah.
For bug spray, and it still hasn't come.
Again,
and that one said it was going to come sooner. So I'm just.
American Amazon is nowhere near as impressive as English Amazon in terms of delivery times.
Are we more or less scared about coronavirus then? Because I feel like maybe we're more scared.
I don't know, because everyone just seems to open the country up again.
Fuck but that's Trumpers. Like, most people I don't think seem to be on board with that.
I don't know.
But I mean, then again, of course people are going to want that. People have gone over a month without any income.
One of the thing is that we're also very chill in this country about everything.
But we got like a $1,200 check. I got one too. I don't even need it because I'm working. Like, I'm going to work tomorrow because I work out of home anyway.
I'll have it.
But I'm keeping it. But
that's mine.
But these people who are out of work completely, $1,200 is going to help. They're losing way more revenue than that. So it's like the fact that it's so polarized. Like, people are either like, you shouldn't want to go back to work, you piece of shit, or I want to go back to work no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, how can you not see that both of these points make perfect sense?
Yeah,
to not go or to go. Like, you have to do more than a $1,200 check for people who are legitimately out of work. I mean, you have to.
Yeah, like, I get why people want to go back to work, but I also get that shit's fucked. And I don't know. I like if I wish I had both the knowledge to know exactly what is the correct thing to do and the power to implement it.
Well, the thing is, object of hate, like, fast food is still functional here.
Yeah,
we're just Ubering it. Or
fast food is working over here as well.
Postmates,
from the places. They the Just Eat app just says
food places
non-contact deliveries.
Yeah, food places are allowed to be open.
Yeah,
I have to wonder if, like, people who just don't have jobs or people like me who work from home, because even people like, because obviously we're doing we work from home, so we have a chat, right, for everybody, so that we have some kind of interaction with our colleagues or whatever.
And you can ask for things and all that sort of shit, yeah.
And we have a meeting every morning. And in the morning, it was literally just Friday in the morning, there was an argument already happening about, one guy's like, I think this is all overblown, we should all get back to work. And the other person was like, well, he's like, there's not that many cases or whatever where I am or whatever. He's like, well, doesn't that mean it's working? And they're fighting with each other over this concept. And it's like, both of you have jobs.
Yeah.
You don't have a stake in this, really. Like, both of you have, your lives have not changed in any other way than you can't go to restaurants and bars.
One of them has more of a stake in it than the other, which is the one who, I guess, I don't know.
No, not really.
It depends.
They're both in the same place. They're both working. They're both getting their paychecks every week.
Yeah. What I mean is, like, in terms of what they want or how much they believe that things are happening. I did. In terms of how things work, someone made an excellent point of a pandemic that goes away, and we deal with properly is indistinguishable from an overreaction.
Yeah, but I mean,
there's going to be people after this. Like, if we do a good enough job, there's going to be a lot of people saying, "Oh, it was bullshit," because.
Oh yeah, no, you can't win. You can't win this one. Yeah, Trump should just shut up and just understand that he can't win. No president could win. Nobody could win this argument. Like, because if you do a really good job, it'll seem like it was overblown to everybody. If you do a really bad job, then they'll shit on you for that. So you're gonna get shit on no matter what. You can't do this right.
No, I think what you should do is cry about how mean everyone is, and that's.
But $1,200 fucking dollars. Really?
In terms of that kind of stuff, as a self-employed, there is something like that that's apparently round the corner, but I can't apply for it until fucking May.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
I know.
My company's still firing people.
The self-employed thing. My dad said that when you apply for it, it'll take up to 3 months to actually implement as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, unemployment took a long time for people to get to because they were over flooded.
Yeah. But literally, the one that is specifically for me, it doesn't even.
I wonder about that as well, like how the Department of Work and Pensions thing, like the people who were on benefits and not working.
They're still on benefits.
Yeah, but
they're just not going. They won't have to go to the.
Yeah, but the reason they get benefits is because they're looking for work.
I imagine that whole idea has just been sort of scrapped for the time.
And nobody's getting rent forgiveness. So everybody still has to pay their rent every month.
Right, I'll be back in a minute. You two talk about stuff.
There was a guy in London who owns a load of buildings, both upper and lower income, and all of his lower income tenants, he let them have free rent, basically free living there for a bit. I don't know if he's still kept up with that.
Right.
But
see, the thing is, like, individuals can make that choice.
Yeah.
But you can't mandate it either, because not every landlord's filthy rich and can afford the loss either. Like, my landlords, they probably wouldn't be able to offer me more than a month free of rent.
Yeah, that's the thing though. If they only own like 2 or 3 places, like apartments, then it's not going to work out for them. But if somebody owns multiple buildings, both upper and lower income, then they could probably afford to do that.
Yeah, people seem to be on Twitter anyway, because it's Twitter. Like, people are treating landlords as if they're all filthy rich, and just not all of them are, and most of them probably are.
A lot of landlords as well. Basically, everything that they get goes back into their buildings anyway.
Yeah, or you got, like, my friend is a landlord technically, but he only owns one other property, and he's paying the mortgage down on the other one.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, he's just sort of doing that as a way for him to make a little bit extra, off of his properties. He's not rich.
It's nice if they can let people with low income live there without having to pay rent. That's nice, but you shouldn't expect everybody to behave the same, because not everybody is the same.
But what I'm saying though is, like, right now, if my job wasn't a job that translates to work from home, and I was out of a job, I would be out of more than a job. I'd be out of this house. I'd be out of everything, right? I'd be out of money.
Yeah.
And, like, I can't help but feel for people who are going through that, because, like, they are not compromising. They're saying pay your rent every month. And there's, like, how long can you live off of savings? Not everybody has a healthy savings.
Yeah, like we don't have savings. Yeah. We have money that is always in use.
Yeah, and I only got this job 4 months ago, so I'm really just building up savings after my ex-girlfriend blew all of our fucking savings. So,
no bitterness there.
Yeah, no bitterness, no. But yeah, so now that I'm living on my own and taking care of my financials without a woman sucking it all down the drain, I'm starting to rebuild my savings, but I couldn't afford it. Like if I lost my job and I was out of work, I would be homeless for all intents and purposes. Like that's where I would be. I'd be desperately scrambling for any kind of work I could possibly do during this crisis, and that would be a nightmare. So I'm very, very, very lucky to not have lost work because of this.
Like people who were, like basically living paycheck to paycheck anyway, and now, like they were working in a restaurant or any type of customer service, and it's just gone now. And it's and I really feel for people like that, because it's like customer service is just hard enough as it is, and then on top of that you've just lost it now, and then you have nothing to do. You can't, that's all you know, and you can't go, oh, never mind, let's go get another customer service job, because you can't. Yeah, it is really tough.
If they're allowing for 3 to 6 months mortgage delay, then fuck yeah, they don't have really much of an excuse, do they?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you're right, Rabbits.
Oh, I thought you'd stolen my place. I thought you'd stolen my seat. You usually do.
No, I fixed it because you don't ever put the cushions back up.
Rubber band, thank you. You're the only person who thinks that way, and you'll never get your. You're the only person who thinks that way, Rubber Band, and you'll never get your hangout, because I do not make good on my promises. That's one of my character traits. Unless you want to invite Rubber Band in right now.
Don't expect anything from Ed.
I just don't do I don't do my own streams anymore.
No, that's true.
And I don't want to. My audience doesn't like them anyway. Plus, I don't really have an audience anymore. I just sort of make videos whenever the fuck.
You have about 500 to 1,000 people who will turn up and go, "Oh, Ed did something,"
and then they'll fuck off when they realize it's boring,
or that you're not doing anything else now.
I think I stopped because of coronavirus, because I'm actually working way harder because of this. My job actually ties directly into helping people work from home. So, the technology that we support is one of the big ones that people use. So that narrows it down.
So you're like practically a key worker and shit.
My dad's a truck driver, but he delivers plastic bags.
Yeah, there's actually
significance
related to COVID. Yeah.
So he's lost work because not a lot of the places are open now.
Nobody needs the plastic.
Oh,
the main thing was selling to furniture companies.
Nobody needs furniture.
So
mine's the opposite. I actually get more business because of what I do.
To be fair,
which means I'm tired every day. Like, I just don't want to do anything. And on the weekend, I just want to do nothing.
Yeah.
I don't want to make a video. I don't want to make a video right now.
And you don't want to play VR, and that makes.
And I don't want to play VR. I even the only reason I want to pop on streams is to fulfill this lack of social interaction. Because I'm on Ghastly stream like all the time now.
Yeah.
I want to come on here. Well, see, I don't want to come on here too much either, because I don't want to. I know it's a different stream when I'm here.
You don't want to outstay that welcome.
Yeah, even though I know you would invite me on every single one.
I totally have you.
But I don't want. I'd rather be a every now and then.
As much of a dickhead as you are, you're my dickhead.
Yeah, but I need some social interaction right now. Dude, because I had it set up. Remember? I think we talked about this on the stream because we were talking about me working from home.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, so I understand the dangers of working from home because I've done it before. And the dangers are you need to force yourself to go out because you're going to get complacent and just not leave.
Yeah.
So
but now you're being told not to leave.
Now I'm being told not to leave. And I had that routine set up, and now I can't do it anymore, and it sucks really bad. And I am starting to go a little fucking crazy. Because I want to go to a bar.
I swear to God, dude, like you might not go. You might be like, that sounds like effort, and I don't want to put it on. I don't want to set it up. But the doing the fucking big screen VR thing with my brother was a really good time.
I'm sure it'll be a good time. We'll do it. We'll do it one time. I just need to get.
We'll pick a film, shitty old 80s film that's also fantastic, but we all know quite well, so that we can just talk shit and throw tomatoes at each other.
All right.
And it's actually, it was a good time. you have to take your headset off a few times, and if you're drinking as well, then you lift it up to have a drink and all that shit. Because, I mean,
Yeah, I do that,
I'm a big proponent of VR, and I'm not one of these people that's used to wearing one for long time periods. I think that was the longest that I'd worn one straight.
How much longer do you think you're gonna go? Because I'm gonna go grab some beer, not from the store, but from my fridge.
Oh, for at least another 23 minutes, at least.
That's very specific. All right, I'll be right back.
Well, we like to finish on the hours.
I want to wrap up my. I have half a case of beer from yesterday.
So you better deal with that problem.
Got to break into that.
Fuck.
Make sure I don't have any for work, because when I do, I'm tempted to drink at work. But I don't think I could get away with it that much. You know, like even though I'm working from home and nobody can tell that I'm drinking, I feel like I would overstay that welcome and it would start reflecting in my voice.
Yeah.
Because you know me, like
sure.
it's only a couple of beers before I start to slur, even if I'm not proper drunk.
Yeah.
Because I have a speech impediment, actually, that people don't maybe know about, but you can kind of hear it.
I thought that was how you just spoke. Okay.
Well, I mean, it is because I have a speech impediment.
No, I was gonna yeah.
It's a nasal thing. It's not like a psychological thing. It's not a mental thing. It's not a mental thing. There's
a guy who constantly comments on videos saying "Hey, Sic," and like just all of the like. And now I've got a fucking paranoid that I have like a strong sh in my voice.
Isn't a lisp like a mental thing though?
Depends on the lisp. I mean, you can have physical lisps.
Yeah, like your tongue is all fucked up.
Yeah.
You got a fucked up tongue or something.
It's usually when your tongue's too large for your mouth. That's what it is.
But
oh yeah,
go get your beer and we'll talk about
mine
this.
is just my nasal passage is all fucky. So I kind of did that. I used to sound. It's hard to recreate it now because I've consciously tried not to sound like that to the point where it's second nature. But when I was a kid, I would talk to my nose like something like.
Oh right, like it's so it's not really a. I mean, I guess it's technically a lisp, but it just sounds like you're obnoxious.
Well, it's like if you hold your nose or something like that. And it's just all coming through my nose and not my.
And that's what you sound like when you're drunk.
So exactly, yeah. It kind of. I have like a natural slur.
Yeah.
And when I'm not able to consciously control it, it just sort of slips in. I can't even do it.
I've never ever noticed anything like that.
We have not noticed that.
I would have.
Yeah, nobody seems to. I always thought people might catch that, but whatever.
It's more obvious to you than it is to everyone. Go get beer.
All right. I'm doing it.
Oh God, see, that's the fucking lisp.
Mrs. Sic, can your dad moonlight for a different trucking company? He probably could.
Oh, he wouldn't.
But he wouldn't. He's got autism, and he's like, no, I need to do this. This is perfect. This is how
I need to do the things that I get. So...
Like him changing a job was like it's like hell for him. So.
Someone's like, cleaning out my room, just found a 500 gigabyte Samsung SSD I forgot about. How the fuck do you forget about hard drives?
Happy birthday!
At first I thought he said SD, because those SD cards are ridiculously expensive. I was like, how do you lose that?
I got a pack of 18. There's no way I'm gonna finish this today, because if I finish it today, I might not make it to work tomorrow, and there's no fucking excuse for not making it to work when work is in the next room.
Oh, you can be late, can't you? Like, how does that actually work? Like,
you need to turn up for the meeting in the morning.
Oh,
exactly.
Guess.
That's one of the primary reasons for the meeting.
Well, you stay up all night drinking.
I mean, they know when you're not online, obviously.
Yeah, but when you stay up all night, have the meeting, go to bed, and then do work after you've had a nap.
Because they're tracking your shit. They see what you do.
Well,
they know when you're online. They know when you go. If I go idle, it says so on Skype.
Okay, how about what? I'm just trying. Like, what if your internet connection cuts out for a bit? What happens with that?
Then I need to call my boss on the phone. Text him. Yeah. Let him know what's going on. Yeah, and then.
I mean, I guess you could use that as a instead of being "I'm sick," you say, "Oh, my internet cut out."
Don't get me wrong. There are ways to fuck off. There are ways to fuck off. And now, like, see, I will admit to doing this, and hopefully nobody that I work with will ever hear this, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I will say I'm going to the bathroom and then drive to the store and get some cigarettes. Because it takes me 5 minutes to do it.
Yeah. It's the same amount of time as having a shit.
It's the same amount of time. And then I just don't have a shit.
And then I just shit my pants.
I'm really paranoid about doing anything that's too... I don't know. I don't want to lose this. And I've seen people losing it. That's one of the scary things is...
fuck you, Ed. Love you, the six.
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
He just fucking gushed over how much you love me, you fucking bitch. You're so fucking upset that you're not getting that stream. That's what's happening. This is about you, not about me. Well, I mean, it is about me being unreliable, but you knew that. Like, I've made that clear.
I hate it when people get mad at me for being wrong, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever said that I'm smart.
You might get that impression because the people you talk about are so infinitely stupid.
No, you don't. You say you're handsome. You say you're famous. And you say you're good at the sex.
Yeah.
Good at the sex.
You can criticize me for maybe not being those things because that's what I've said. You'd be wrong, incredibly wrong, so wrong. It just doesn't even make sense. But I have claimed those things. Some people have thought that I'm being serious when I make those claims, and I am confused by those people.
God, nobody knows about being taken seriously when it's inappropriate more than I do.
Yeah, I know.
Your fucking audience is fucking ridiculous. Not the guys in the chat. Guys in the chat are great.
You guys are good. Some people in streams have been complete dipshits.
It's when you put up my flat earther video, I read through the comments, and your audience. There's a very big chunk of your audience that I think is retarded. And I'm just going to say that. Not all of them, and not most of them.
I think it's just fair to assume
there are some people, and for some reason they feel the need to speak.
It's just fair to assume that anything you say is to be taken with litres and litres and litres and litres of salt.
I did find it amusing that I like start it off by bigging you up, and I think I make the point that you're sardonic. Mm-hmm. And it did occur to me that some people might not know what that means.
Sardonic? Did you use the word sardonic?
Yes, I used the word sardonic.
He does it
but
all
what
the time.
Amused me was someone praised me for it, and I'm like, oh, come on. It's just a word. I like that
I
word.
am sardonic. Yeah, but sardonic to them may as well just be sarcastic. It's the same... It's basically the same.
It's close. It's close enough, I guess. But whatever. I'm
mocking the thing that you guys care about. I think that's where it's probably because I don't give a fuck about flat.
But the thing is, you were very similar to what I would do. It wasn't that different. I think most people's problem was you aren't me.
Oh well, yeah.
I could have basically taken your video and just re-recorded all of your bits. And most people said that was a fantastic video, thanks.
We should actually fucking try that.
That would be hilarious. You write a fucking flat earth...
No, just take any old video that I have, make it the same, but with your own personality.
Not even my own personality, just my voice.
You're right, just word for word.
Just, try and do an absolute impression of your thing, just with my voice. And I bet you, there are people... Not everyone, not even close. Some people would be like, that's a bit weird. That didn't sound like you. But there are some people who would normally be really upset by it being someone else and who wouldn't even fucking notice. That's true. The thing that baffles me are people who like my videos before... it's been up for a minute. Don't like the video yet. There's no fucking reason to do that. I don't get it. Don't do that. That's almost... No, I would say that's more annoying to me than the people who just automatically dislike it because they don't like me.
The people who like it before they had any chance to watch it?
There's the people who dislike it because they don't like me. And I get that.
No, I don't.
No, I get it. Some people just don't fucking like you and they feel the need to express it. I don't get it.
If you don't like someone, why are you on their video to begin with?
I don't get...
Okay, I mean, that's fair.
The one that I don't get is people go on your video, make a shitty comment,
Oh, they don't
like,
watch the video.
And don't watch the video.
Yeah,
And,
that is really
and
annoying.
and then they complain about things based on the title.
Yeah, things that are completely addressed or not the same thing as what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've had that too.
Like I do, like I've been accused of clickbait titles, but I do try to make my titles quite simple.
Fuck it. What's wrong with a clickbait title?
Also, I don't
Suck
actually.
my dick is the answer to that shit.
The thing is,
Half the criticisms that they have can be easily countered with "suck my dick."
if you look,
That's your problem.
That's what
You don't
I've
do
told
that.
him.
if you look,
You don't do the thing that I think you would benefit from the most is when somebody gives you some dumbass criticism, just say "suck my dick." If you have to respond at all, just say "suck my dick," and you win.
He can't do it though. He'll sit there writing out messages for like hours
I know,
sometimes.
and then he'll fucking retweet and with images of the comments, and then go on and on and on about how it doesn't make any sense. Shut the fuck up, Sir Sick. Just tell the guy to suck your dick.
I mean, I don't go on and on. Let's be fair. I barely address it, but I do like to point out, like the ones that I retweet.
Cool. Like sometimes it's just like this guy are retarded, and it's like there you go. That's all you have to say.
The ones that I retweet are the ones that are retarded, and I don't really say anything about it. The ones that you don't see, the ones that I actually fucking reply to. Because I don't... If I think someone is trying to make a valid point, I try and engage with them because I'm an asshole.
No, that's the opposite of being an asshole. I'm trying to help you be a better asshole.
I'm an asshole to me.
No.
I damage myself.
No. I reject your self-criticism.
No. I mean, I'm literally being an asshole to myself by paying attention to an unfair comment that I think isn't trying to be unfair, but is just fucking stupid.
He knows. He knows to not let it bother him, and he knows to just ignore it. But then he'll creep back into it because his anxiety will kick in.
But then it bothers him, and he doesn't ignore it.
Here's how I've been somewhat negating that. I currently only read comments like the thing that I use to check how my video's doing shows the top 3 comments that are currently on, and I'll read those, and I try not to click the show more comments button. See, and that helps me avoid most I do feel bad for not responding, but when I publish a video there are a lot of fucking comments.
I like when you do what I do, I'll respond to them sometimes. It depends. You're right. Like it depends whether or not you think they're being sincere.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm like, suck my dick, I love the response. That's it. You don't have a better argument, and then they go on for another wall of text.
Yeah.
It's like, suck. Period.
My period.
A dick.
Suck my period covered.
Nothing makes
oh my God,
nothing. It makes them more angry than being silent. Is not acknowledging them, but not acknowledging anything they say.
I have responded to a comment with "okay," and they went fucking bananas.
See that it freaks you out. Yeah, but okay's too affirmative. Like I accept your opinion. Mine is your opinion is nothing. Also, I need to get my dick sucked. So that's the direction I
need a dick sucking, and I don't care who's doing the thing. Oh, that's
I refuse to ever be categorized as someone who cares about his fans.
Yeah, I try. I do. I like talking to people, and I like trying to. A large part of it is I like trying to figure out why someone thinks what they think. Because the more I understand what they think, the better I can.
The more you realize the answer is usually just they're fucking dumb.
Or insane.
Or assholes and just trolls.
The other thing is, if I can figure out where they get their ideas from, I can find more stuff to do.
See, this is where the empathy thing comes in, because you're really empathetic.
I'm definitely pathetic, that's correct.
And but you care about people, and you want to understand them and get to know them and why they're thinking this and where they're coming from.
It's
and
the
shit
funny
like
thing,
that.
like,
and just suck my dick. There you go. It's perfect.
There you go.
It works.
Yeah, I do get criticised by you two a lot for being a human.
Well,
No,
The Who
no,
Mans.
Yeah.
incorrect.
Yeah, but
No, fuck
I'm-
you.
I'm pessimistic by
No,
nature.
you don't get to say that. Being a human, being a human.
Being
you're
the
old
Who Mans.
you're old enough that the thing that makes you more of a human is is how often you're willing to just say "suck my dick." That's more
Being a
humanizing
human
than
is being
you're
an
trying
asshole.
to transcend your own humanity.
Yeah,
which is
you
bullshit.
are trying to translate.
You're actually a piece of shit.
I am beyond.
It is an
human.
effort in futility.
It probably is. But I do like to figure out why people think things, because I think it makes me better at my job.
What the fuck? I
Shut the
sheared my
fuck
legs and now I'm terrified to
I'm
look
sorry.
at them.
Sorry,
Shut
what?
the fuck up with your fucking messianic delusions.
Now you're just making shit up.
I want to be a better person. It's too late. You're in your 30s.
You talk
You
to
are
me.
what you are forever.
You talk to
Yeah,
me.
I
You'll
gotta-
never be a better person now.
I got a beer, buddy. It was in the next room. I wasn't going to the store or anything.
Yeah, he just got it from the fridge. Wasn't far. He just wouldn't shut up, so I had to make him go get it. Shave my leg. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's one of the first times, or the only times I've ever talked about my speech impediment that nobody notices, I guess. So I felt vulnerable
Oh, you don't want that.
and insecure. Don't be vulnerable on the internet.
No.
I'm fine with being
that. They smell
vulnerable on the
blood.
internet. Yeah, but I mean, everybody's a dick to me anyway. So you just roll with it.
That means they like you with the head.
I don't know anymore because my personality is so polarizing. I don't know when people are joking or when they're not anymore. So I just assume they're all joking, and that preserves my ego.
The thing, like, I have always found it baffling when people get upset with you for things that you say, because 99% of everything that comes out of your mouth is an attempt to be funny.
No,
It feels...
I don't think that's true.
No, he has
percent.
his moments where he's ranting and he genuinely believes
No,
it.
but I think even when you're saying something
I
that
think
you believe...
most of what I say on your stream, I believe.
I think what you're trying to say it in a funny way at the very least. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Like, the amount of things that you'll end with it, I don't know, I could be wrong. So it's not like you believe it.
Well, I have no self-confidence.
It's what you
whatsoever.
think. It's what you're currently thinking. Maybe that's the way to put it. And you usually try to put it funnily. I think
Yeah.
you're just as unconfident with your correctness as I am. But
Yeah.
you do try to be correct. And you like to say what you're thinking right now.
I don't try hard enough to be correct. Probably. Because
I
then
don't
you have to do like research and blah. Anything past the headline and I'm bored.
Oh,
I'm covering the person that I'm currently covering. I've covered before, and watching the video, I can't believe, like, there was jokes in it. There's clear, very much jokes in it, but I don't think I wrote as many jokes, at least at that time, as I do now. Like, I was making arguments and things, and I was like, oh, that's just fucking weird. I mean, I still do that, but I try much harder to be funny than anything else. Like, my
older stuff is just me making arguments about things that I believe in.
Mm.
Trying to make it funny, but like still, like
yeah, I've always tried to be funny.
Freaking COVID memes. Stay at home so we can make COVID disappear, like the security footage from Epstein's cell.
Oof.
Fuck's sake.
Fuck, I've forgotten what I was going to say.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was
I'm good at
super
making you do that.
Yeah, I fucking hate it when you do that. I really, really hate it when you do that while I'm trying to fucking write.
Get out of here, woman.
You're like, babes. And I'm like, oh, fuck, it's already gone.
We're having bro time now because we're drinking.
Bro time.
Men only open up when we drink.
Yeah, soon we'll be crying.
Yeah.
That's something I wanted to ask you. I don't know if I've asked you this before.
Have you ever cried?
Oh, my God.
Have you ever cried?
What is this segue going to be?
It's pretty bad. It's something that I don't understand. The concept of watching porn with other men on purpose.
Oh, yeah, no, I totally don't understand that.
Oh, thank Christ.
I've known people who would do that back when we were
I've had
younger.
someone do it while me and we went to someone's birthday, and they asked us to, because they didn't have the internet, and they're really into porn and shit. And I'm like, okay, fine. We'll make you a DVD. It won't cost me fucking shit all. There you go. And then he fucking puts it on, and I'm like, I didn't want you to put it on. I don't want to watch that
It's
shit.
like that. He put it on really loud.
Oh, and left the room.
And left the room. And
Was
we
he
were
trolling
sat
you?
there in his living room going,
No, he wasn't smart enough to try.
He's way too dense to do that.
He's a thick motherfucker.
Well, I mean, if you're asking if that's normal or not, it's not. It's not.
But it's something that you hear people doing. And I'm just like,
do it.
Why? And they do it. I guess you hear about it because everyone else goes, this guy did that. And I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch your porn.
No, I have no desire to watch porn with anyone other than myself and my dick.
Like,
I don't even like watching porn with a girlfriend or anything.
Yeah.
Because, like, to me, it's well, obviously, I understand the dangers of watching porn with a woman. Is that she knows that not even thinks, but knows that the woman I'm watching on the screen, I am more attracted to.
Definitely. 10 times.
In every instance.
Regardless.
In every case. Yeah.
She could be like a hunchbacked, smashed-faced.
Yeah, but with
it works the other way. It works the other way.
70,000-year-old hooker.
It works the other way. Because the guy's fucking that girl better than I could ever fuck her. And he's like he's ripped, he's got a six-pack or whatever. I could only justify watching that Ron Jeremy.
The way I handle it is, if they're conventionally attractive, he doesn't find them attractive. He likes weird-looking chicks.
Do you really?
Well, I like that chick from fucking...
He likes women who are mousy-looking or cat-looking.
I just
That's
like
normal.
weird-looking...
That's normal.
No, I like odd-looking women, too. I like that fucking chick from Good Place, who's the computer.
She's not odd-looking.
Not the main character. The
Janet.
Yeah, Janet.
Which one's Janet?
Janet's the fucking AI.
Dark-skinned one?
The AI.
Oh, she's hot. She's pretty.
She's
not
odd.
hot.
She's odd-looking, though. And she's my favourite in that.
But she's I would call her conventionally
She's not
attractive.
ugly by any stretch of the imagination.
She fits within conventionally attractive.
Yeah. But if there's an odd-looking one in something, then I'd probably find them.
Yeah, but you can't even make
attractive.
up an example. You can't even give me an example of a genuinely odd-looking woman that
Hang on. Let me find her. Kristen Schaal.
Kristen Schaal. She's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
I know the name. I don't know.
Kristen Schaal. She's the crazy fan from the Flight of the Conchords.
Oh yeah, you think she's hot as fuck?
Yeah.
That's a good example of a weird-looking one. She's not ugly though.
She's not ugly.
She's weird-looking. Yeah,
but I find her really attractive.
Thing is that
she's adorable.
He finds women like that attractive. Then I'm like looking in the mirror, going, that
makes sense.
That makes sense.
She's cute.
Yeah.
Especially her voice. She's got a really cute, like lispy little girl voice.
She's cute and she's
kind of
we're
weird. Pedos. We're pedophiles.
I don't think she sounds like a fucking child. She just sounds weird. Although she does play one. She plays fucking the pink bunny-eared ones from Bob Burgers. Who is just insane.
Louise.
Yeah.
Yeah, she plays Louise.
So funny.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And she was in Flight of the Conchords. She was an obsessed fan.
River from Firefly. I haven't watched Firefly.
And she was in the Tacky video from Weird Al Yankovic, where she wears a top with hands on her tits.
Who's that?
I don't think you could call
like?
her. You couldn't call her ugly.
I wouldn't have called her ugly. I don't.
Oh, I know you wouldn't, but I mean, a normal person, I don't think would say that she's ugly.
No, but she's odd looking. I'm not into conventionally attractive. Who's that?
Someone from Firefly.
Okay.
Do you find her attractive?
I mean, that's not a great picture. She looks fucking miserable. She looks like she's been slapped. So,
Trying to think. Yeah, I don't know if I'm attracted to anybody that's not like that's not.
Also,
many
I'm
other people
never
are
into
attracted
someone when they're trying to do the sexy pose. Well, she looks better with a fucking. I sound like a right arsehole now. She looks better with a smile. Yeah. Sorry.
That's what you say to me. Like you say, I've got.
Everybody looks better with a smile.
You say I've got resting bitch face.
I didn't say that. You said that.
No, because you told me it first. That's why.
I told you about resting bitch face, and you said that's what I've got.
Yeah, but the amount of people that say like, "Oh, you look miserable," when I'm not, I'm just neutral faced.
And then you shit on their shoes.
When she smiles, 90% of the time her tongue is sticking out between her teeth.
Who's that?
Kristen Shaw.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's probably why she's got a lisp though. Probably her tongue's too big for her mouth.
Yeah.
Got a hook tongue.
Callback, yeah.
It makes me feel bad, motherfuckers.
Who's the
I'd fuck her.
From Farscape?
If I fuck her, she's good enough.
Fuck's sake. Speaking of lisps, my uncle has just one of the best one. I don't suppose you've ever heard of someone called Jamie Oliver.
Yes, I have.
He's a English cook.
Yeah, he's known in America.
I know, but he might not have heard of him. Not everybody's heard of everybody. But
yeah,
he's
I don't know
famous for
yeah.
having London accent and a bit of a lisp, yeah. And that's exactly what my uncle sounds like. It's like, if he's talking to me and I have to change, what you got to understand is, Sic, that my tongue is far too big for my mouth.
Oh, especially when he's drunk, and that's what he said.
I've done that impression to him, and it was fucking hilarious.
Every time he gets drunk, he goes, "What you got to understand is every single time."
What you got to understand is, I am fucking
wasted.
I am so fucking drunk. Yeah. So that when Jamie Oliver turned up and he had the same voice, I was just like, what the fuck?
Oh, Claudia Black.
Oh, what, from Farscape. Oh yeah, she's hot.
Yeah.
But she's not weird looking, I don't think.
Oh my
Claudia
god.
But she does have a big gob though.
That's why you like me.
I forgot how much of a neck she has.
I wouldn't call her weird looking.
No.
She's a little bit.
She's got a similar smile to me.
She's got a heck of a neck.
Yeah.
Heck a neck.
Heck
it's like Mecha-neck.
Mecha-neck.
Mecha-neck from fucking He-Man.
She's a little masculine.
Is she?
In her face. She's got a bit of a masculine face.
I don't know. I mean, she plays tough. She usually plays tough girls.
Look at her jawline.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a masculine jaw.
I see what you mean. It's very pointy.
Strong. It's very strong.
Strong. You sound very
I'm not saying she looks like a man. I'm just saying that's a masculine
You
feature.
can have masculine features and still look very much like a woman.
Yeah,
I can't remember what the actress's name is, but she's in Bones and she plays
Temperance Brenner.
Temperance Brennan.
Bitch face McGee.
I can't remember what she's called.
I need a piss. That's her name.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was being careful.
Emily Deschanel? Is that how you say her last name?
Deschanel.
But yeah, every time I look at her, she's got a masculine jaw.
She's got a heck of a jaw.
Yeah.
Zoe Deschanel's sisters.
Nails with that jaw.
Emily Deschanel.
That's Zoe Deschanel's sister.
I don't know who that is.
Zoe Deschanel is the prettier one.
Let me have a look.
You've seen Zoe Deschanel and stuff.
I don't know. I can't remember.
She actually looks a little bit like Katy Perry, but like
her with the insane eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, the crazy eyes. Yeah,
she's got really blue eyes.
I would pay so much money for.
Yeah, she is a lot more attractive than her sister.
I would love that. I want to fuck her really bad. Zoe Deschanel.
Future fuck.
everything about Zoe Deschanel is I want to fuck it. I don't even know how to I don't even know how to put it into words. She is like remarkably attractive to me in every way. Her sister doesn't do it for me. Yeah, she was in Hitchhiker's Guide.
Oh yeah, she was, wasn't she?
And she had that TV show where I forget what New Girl. It's called New Girl. What? I never really watched it. I just sort of saw scenes from it. But she's hot.
You look confused.
You walked in like an elephant. That's why.
I am an elephant. It's my secret power.
We were talking about how Zoe Deschanel is hotter than Emily Deschanel.
Who are these people?
Oh, for God's sake, I'll show you.
Oh, for fuck's
sake. Damn it, dude. You must have seen her and shit.
Temperance Brennan's sister. There you go.
Okay. I didn't know she had a sister. And the other one is...
Hotter.
Temperance Brennan.
No, the actress's sister.
Okay. Yeah.
She's prettier than her.
I don't know. I don't care for either
But
of them.
she's also an actress. Like, she's in stuff.
I don't know. I think she's really pretty.
I'm surprised you guys never saw her.
I don't
She's
know
gorgeous.
names, though. I don't know names.
No, we don't do names. With blonde hair, with ponytail. That's what I go with.
Yeah, okay, I see.
There's like the only person that I know the name of for the actor is in like Bones is David Boreanaz because he's Angel, and
I had a giant poster of him.
Zooey Deschanel usually plays like hippie crazy girl.
Mm.
And I think she was in a season of 6 Feet Under where she played one of Nathan's girlfriends.
Oh man, I really liked 6 Feet Under. At least the
I don't
first
think
season.
I've ever watched it.
The first season is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what went on from after that, but I don't really.
Oh, really? No, the whole show. I thought the whole show was great.
If the whole lot's great, that's great. But
it's one of the best series finales I think that they have ever done. Because that's the bit where they go through each and every one of their deaths in the future, every character's death.
Okay.
What the
like
fuck?
they just like
that sounds amazing.
over a montage of before it was overdone. Sia's "Breathe Me," that song.
Yeah.
Which is now on every fucking emotional thing on TV ever. But at the time, it was the first time you'd ever heard
think about it. We have to think about if we're hearing it and going, "Oh, that's cliche." Go, no, that's the first.
Not
one.
at the time. It's the first time they did that, and then that song just ended up everywhere.
It's like if you watch Star Wars and go, "Oh, a lot of this stuff is cliche." So it's like, no, a lot of this stuff is Star Wars.
So that song is playing, and then every character that you've been through with, like, I think it's 5 or 6 seasons.
Yeah.
They show them.
It's a good way to make sense. It makes sense for the content. But yeah, that show was really good for what I watched of it, which was like the first season and a bit. And then I saw random episodes and I was just like, I don't know what's going on now.
Might want to revisit it. I thought it was a really great show. It's from the guy who made American.
I remember really enjoying it. I mean, it's got Dexter actor in it. I told you I don't know names.
First thing he was Michael C. Hall. Right?
Yeah, and he's excellent in that.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good actor.
The first like real kind of relatable gay character I can remember seeing.
It's super relatable, actually.
And he's a hyper closeted church going gay guy. Who like really goes out, like his character arc throughout that gets insane.
Yeah,
it gets really insane.
I remember a lot of the earlier stuff, and then I remember like there's an episode. I think he tells the church about him coming. He comes out at the church.
Yeah,
and he expects a round of applause, and then you hear it.
No,
and then it goes to reality, and it's like silent. They don't care.
No, he expects condemnation.
I'm sure that there's a bit where he's expecting them to applaud him for something, and then it goes.
That was it.
He hears the applause in his head, and then they actually don't give a shit.
Either way, that's a good show. It's a really good show.
Oh yeah, that's one that it never even occurred to me to go watch that again.
One of the rare ones
I really liked.
One of the rare ones that HBO finished in a satisfying way.
You started,
or even just finished. Like Deadwood finally got its finale like last year.
Yeah.
Right. And it was great, but it was also 10 years later. So there was so many plot threads they couldn't quite do because it got canceled after the 3rd season. And Deadwood's a fucking great show.
Well, I've not watched any of it, so.
Oh, okay. It's on Prime now.
Okay.
The only problem is to watch the last one because they made the movie that came out on HBO. I don't think that's going to be available for free. You might have to pay for that.
Pay.
It'll be worth it if you get through the three seasons and you're just like, this is fucking great. But I mean, for me, like I like.
I guess in that sense, if it's as good as you say it is, then it might be worth chucking them a couple of dollars.
It's got. Let me guess. Is it got cowboys in it?
It's what
a show! Ed and Cowboys.
Not really cowboys. That's kind of a misnomer at this point because we don't give a fuck about cowboys.
Cow people.
People who lived in the 1800s who wore hats and rode horses.
Yeah, not everybody.
Not any of them are really cowboys. There's the sheriff.
How many of them worked on a ranch?
Yeah, none of them. There's no ranches in Deadwood. Deadwood's a real town and it's real history.
Yeah.
Not many cowboys in Deadwood. This was a gold mine. This was during the gold rush.
Oh, it's a gold mining town.
Yeah. So it's all about the gold rush
Oh,
and
we'll
this
give that a
lawless
watch.
town in South Dakota. It's good. It's really good. And it's really violent, and they say cocksucker a lot. There's a lot of debate over whether or not the language was authentic. And they sort of talk with this weird, maybe not authentic, like old English, Shakespearean almost. Like it's like Westerns versus meets Shakespeare. The way they talk is very
I mean, to me,
interesting.
it's authentic and impactful.
I don't know that
You
it's
want to
authentic though. I think it
you
might be a little bit of a flourish.
you
You
want
know, as
something to feel authentic but work.
right.
And
But it does
sometimes
kind of feel
authentic
like
doesn't fucking work.
it's
Because
odd because
yeah.
it is gritty as shit. It's violent as shit. It's really true to life, but the way they play with language, I think, is probably a theatrical kind of flair.
Yeah.
But it's fucking intoxicating to me. Like the way they talk is just, I love it. I love going back to that show. I've watched it over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
Fucking love it.
One of the ones I've been meaning to watch is the Westwood series. Apparently that's really good. I like the film.
I saw the first season. The first season was great.
I like the film, the original one.
You're one of the few people who actually saw that first.
I like it. I haven't
It's
seen
not quite. It's
I-
not quite the same. Same
Oh,
basic
right.
idea.
Okay. But I still like the concept behind it, even though
Michael
the film...
Crichton wrote that script. The guy who
Oh.
wrote the Jurassic Park the book
Ah.
wrote the script for Westworld. He was also a screenwriter.
Michael Cook says Red Dead Redemption. Don't get Ed started.
Yeah, I won't talk about it. Gavin, has anybody seen Gavin?
Yeah, which is fun because isn't that my made up internet name?
How many times you're just walking around town and you just hear, "I'm so worried."
Yeah, I did. I got up to the Gavin point. I remember that. I need to. I got the PC version. I need to fucking start playing that again.
I love
I don't
that.
have the time.
I won't talk about it. You said don't get me started, and you're gonna get me started.
But Gavin, though.
Gav,
Where is you, mate? Where's fucking Gav going? Fucking miss that cunt. What?
It's the Socrates meme.
You guys don't know anything. That is quite funny. It's a
let's not
philosophy.
share it with the rest of the people.
It's just a picture of someone running towards another person
yeah.
trying to get away from them, and it's Socrates running towards an Athenian who thinks they know something.
Okay.
Well, Socrates
Okay.
would ask people questions
Okay.
and be really annoying, and didn't he get killed because of it?
He annoyed the people so
no.
fucking much. They
No,
basically...
nobody ever looks back at Socrates and says, "I bet he was a cunt.
He
I bet he
can't-
was just an obnoxious piece of shit."
No. A lot of people now, like, yeah, he did lots of it. He had an interesting way
Yeah,
of doing things,
he
but he was super fucking annoying.
Yeah, he questioned people on everything. Like why do you think this? Why do you believe this? Why don't you? Yeah, and he just
Yeah,
questioned
that was
people
the
all
Socratic
time.
method, but at the same time, it's like, yeah,
It's
maybe that
also
works
the
in a philosophy
method
class.
of a 3-year-old.
Exactly.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? I don't fucking
And you
care
remember,
anymore.
he said it in a way that elevated himself, right? He wasn't like, "Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Why are you doing that?"
Why?" No, he was more like,
Oh my
"Ooh,
god, Socrates was definitely from Brooklyn.
Ooh, and I will now ask this poignant question that will make you think. Shut the fuck up.
No, it's
son.
why are you doing that?
Hey, Socrates,
Hey.
suck my dick. Well, why should I suck your dick? Suck my dick.
How can I get a boiga?
Boy.
How does one suck a dick?
How does one boiga?
No, Socrates. Suck, period.
My Edinburgh versus Socrates.
I bet he was
These
gay. All
two
those Greeks-
heavyweights of being annoying.
all those Greeks were gay.
I mean, yeah. Oh
They all
god, there's
fucked
is it Smash Bits? They make the little animations, and they did one of Kratos with his son, and they're hunting down the gay. And he's like talking about why he does what he does, and it's like, oh, fuck, what is it now? Norse gods, pretty gay.
Such a boomer moment.
Greek gods,
What was the funny
turbo
thing that I
gay.
remember? What was the funny thing I remember from? How
Oh.
did it go? Oh, it didn't go like that. No. Wait, give me a minute. I'll
Back
get this.
in
Eat
my
me.
day.
It's funny. The joke is that killing gay people, is homophobic. Shocking.
The point is, I'm pretty sure it was a Thursday. It could have been Tuesday of the week before.
I will eat you.
The story never gets told. It's all just.
I was telling it. Some fucking Socratic cunt came along, started questioning everything. Take that, Socrates.
Stupid ass Socrates. Suck my dick, Socrates.
Socrates was stupid. Why you being stupid? Now that video idea. Ed makes a parody vid of some woo shit, and Sick makes one of his normal vids debunking it.
Could have
but
done
I
that with the
wouldn't do that.
flat Earth video.
Yeah, you wanted me to debunk you on that one, didn't you? So
That would have been funny.
it wouldn't have been funny to me. I wouldn't have been able to make it.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah.
It literally would have been just like, yeah, but no.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not like
that's
you.
wrong.
I have standards.
Incorrect. So moving on.
Incorrect. I have all the standards. But I have so many standards you wouldn't understand. Oh, I like that. More like Socrates. Air horns play all day.
This beer I'm drinking is shit.
What kind of beer is it?
It's Michelob Ultra.
I've heard of that.
All the calories, even though it says it is 95 calories, but you know, whatever. That's still too
That's
much.
really normal amount for a beer.
No, it's lower, I think, right? 95 calories for a can of beer. It's a can, by the way.
Is it a full size can or is it short?
4.2% alcohol. It's very non-alcoholic, or not non, but it's very low alcohol content for a beer. And but it goes down easier.
Sorry, 4 point what is low for?
Yeah, it's very low
for a lager.
Yeah, it's very low.
I think Stella is 3.9, and we call that wife beater.
Is it really?
But then you drink a lot of it.
No, Stella's for women.
In this country, it's for spousal abuses, basically.
Why?
Because apparently you drink Stella and then you go
Stella's a 5% beer here. Stella's is 5% beer.
It might be 5% here. I don't know. I can't fucking remember. I don't like beer. Lager is horrid.
Oh, I guess it dropped to 4.8. I don't know. I'm only reading like.
I might be getting my numbers all confuzzled because again, I just don't.
Point is,
I drink whiskey.
I'm drinking 4.2% by volume, mostly because it's a very light beer and my stomach isn't handling beer very well lately. Like it's just not
drink whiskey
working out. Yeah, but then I drink too much whiskey.
Yeah, but then you're drunk.
If I get a handle of whiskey, it's going that night. Like not even.
A handle would be a bottle?
Yeah.
Like a 70 centiliter or what? I don't know. What's...
I don't know. I'm feverishly Googling whether or not I used handle correctly. I don't think I did.
Drinks whiskey. That's the joke.
Oh, handle half gallons? Jesus, maybe I'm talking about out of my ass. Just a bottle. Fucking bottle. Just a regular...
I don't know what a regular size bottle is in America. That you might have bigger ones, you might have smaller ones.
Like
I don't know.
750 milliliters.
Okay, that's yeah.
I think something like that.
About 70 cl is a standard size bottle here.
Handle is a fifth of a gallon. All right. I'm not really up on the lingo. I'm just up on the getting myself fucked up bow.
You're right, woman. You want to do a bedtime?
No.
You were looking at time. What do you want? You doing movements and shit?
She wants girlfriends.
She can go and get them.
No, I don't. Women are hard work.
They certainly make me hard. I mean, what?
Fuck's sake.
Jaeger. Oh, I do not like fucking...
Nobody likes Jaeger.
Nobody likes Jaeger.
Nobody
I'm
likes
always
Jaeger.
confused by people who will take a perfectly good drink and then put a Jaeger in it. And I'm like, yeah, it makes it stronger, but Put something that tastes nice in it. It's the same fucking strength.
Jaeger
it just doesn't taste like garbage.
Jaeger's a drink for hypermasculine college students who are drinking specifically to punish themselves.
For being...
No, just to take the punishment. Because whoever can take the punishment the best is the better man.
I can't stand doing shots. It always just makes my stomach feel like hell. Not really. Like I drink whiskey, but I drink it properly, like normally. But you drink shots.
It, yeah.
Shots is not a fun thing to do for me.
I agree with you now, but I wouldn't have agreed with you like 15 years ago.
I guess when I was 20, I was fine with them, but I never got much out of it. And most of the time, when people would bring shots, it'd be some super sugary fucking nonsense.
Now it just sets in your stomach like a fucking
anvil,
like concrete. Yeah,
yeah.
It's just a way to feel worse later. I mean, I'll still do shots.
I'm lucky if it doesn't make my brain go, right, it's time to vomit.
I mean, I only really do shots when people are buying shots, like when you're out.
I have to be pretty drunk to accept them. Otherwise, if I'm not that drunk, I'll be like, no, I'm fine.
Then they got the flavory, girly kind of shots too.
Yeah,
right?
I hate those.
I'm not allowed those.
I actually really like them. I really like them.
The fucking apple sours and fucking cherry
last
sours
time we were out,
shit.
Oh god.
Last time we were out, really partying, somebody made it's called a cinnamon toast crunch, and it tastes legit like the milk from after you eat cinnamon toast crunch.
Okay, that does sound amazing.
I don't know what's in it exactly, but I imagine there's some Kahlua and.
That just makes one thing that I can't buy. Because it's expensive and I
don't know, man. Any of you drinkers in chat know the cinnamon toast crunch? What's actually in that? Because it's delightful. It's Christmassy. But it also fuck you up.
It's not a fucking cocktail or anything or an interesting shot. Just Baileys. I will drink the shit out of Baileys. It's so tasty.
Look it up. I want to see what's in that drink.
I wish it was cheaper. Because it's just far too easy to drink.
Cinnamon toast crunch recipe,
and it will come up with the actual recipe for actual cinnamon toast.
Obviously, there's Fireball in it because it needs the cinnamon kick.
Yeah,
and then rum chata. What is that? I don't even know what that is. It's rum.
Have you had Tennessee Fire? Because it's quite a lot better than Fireball.
No, I've only really had Fireball's the only thing of its kind that I've had.
The Jack Daniel's version is really nice.
When my last job was laying people off, we would straight up drive to the liquor store and just get little bottles, a bunch of little bottles of Fireball, and we drink it in the fucking parking lot because it didn't matter. We were all getting fired anyway.
Fair enough. That sounds like how one should react.
I kind of miss it. I kind of miss that brief moment of not caring about whether or not I get fired.
Isn't that the place that you weren't getting fired from?
No, a place I was getting fired from. Remember last year?
You've had a number of jobs since I've known you.
Yeah, but it's mostly not my fault. There's one that was.
Mostly.
Well, when my dad died, I didn't do well at the job I was in, and it kind of crashed and fell apart. And it was my fault, but I think anybody would understand why I got fired from that job.
Oh, more than understandable, yeah.
And then it's just been a series of fucking layoffs, man.
Yeah.
The last two, I got laid off, and then I got into. But each time I was laid off, I had a job before the layoff occurred.
Yeah.
So I'm doing well. It just doesn't feel like it sometimes, because it's like, one more crisis to deal with, and then you have to get on your feet and work really hard to get a job because you can't afford even a month without work.
In the US, yes.
Yeah, but I've been so far very lucky, but I always feel like it's going to run out.
And that's why don't you save like a mad motherfucker?
Like I said, I'm trying to get back on that grind now because my ex did kind of siphon away a lot of money. Can't lie, she made it very difficult to save.
You okay?
I got a really good lesson on dating someone closer to your age.
What's that?
Really?
Oh, that was the lesson, right?
Money was the primary lesson.
Someone of the same means as yourself. If you're
someone just understands money,
at least in the same way that you do.
I think you got to be at this point. If I ever date again, seriously date, you got to be over 30. God, that's a hard thing to commit to, though. Because that's when they start losing things.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
See, it's very difficult because I want an 18-year-old. I don't give a fuck. Like, I want an 18-year-old's body. Not, well, okay, don't put that.
Doesn't matter. As long as it's 18.
A woman's body at 18 is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm fine with it. 18 to 25, though, within those years, that's when they're just irresistible. And then they start losing shit.
Perfectly easy to resist.
You're totally going to be one of those creepy old men at like 65.
I'm already there.
Yeah.
You'll be at the park going, oh,
I'm already there.
Right now, he's just a creepy man.
Going down to the park, rubbing at your knees, looking at all the women.
I see a lot of condemnation about men liking, younger girls. But it's weird. Like, isn't it 16 is legal where you are?
Yeah.
Isn't that pushing it? Isn't that pushing it a little
weird.
bit? England?
If I was to date a 16-year-old, it would be legal, but it would be very much...
Yeah, it'd be weird.
People would be like, what the fuck are you dating a 16-year-old?
Dating. I'm talking about not dating. I'm talking about fucking. So
Doing
where's the
the
line
sex.
over the age that you would fuck? I actually want to talk about this, but it's going to really muddy your channel. But here, I'm going to do it anyway.
You can have horrible opinion. You're allowed to have your horrible opinion.
It's fucking universal. Everything I'm saying is so fucking normal. And I just hate how people are in denial about it. Look, Brad Pitt in fucking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right? He's in the car with the girl. And the girl, she's like, do you want me to suck your dick, right? And he goes, how old are you? And she goes, like skirts around and he goes, do you have your ID? Goes, I don't have my ID on me or whatever. He's like, it's because you're not fucking old enough. He's like, okay, well, I'm 17 or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they have this like dialogue, right? He's like, I'm not going to jail for that 17-year-old pussy or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did he ask her how old she was? If it's such an inherent fucking crime, why did he even ask the question to begin with? Because it implies that he would fuck her so long as she was over that threshold.
If I thought someone was underage, I wouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. If I even for a second thought that they were underage.
Oh, fuck you.
No. Think about it. I'm not saying that I know how old they are. I'm saying that if I looked at someone that looks like a fucking young person, then I'm just gonna
we have this.
Stay away.
This. Can I see your? There's a paranoia.
But if I got
in the country,
if I was in the car,
maybe she's not old enough. Maybe she's not old enough. If you're asking the question, you can't pretend that it's inherently wrong. Like that it's inherently that there must be some strict fucking age.
I would argue that if you're asking the question, you shouldn't be in the car in the first place.
Incorrect.
If you need to ask if someone has ID on them to fuck them, then you shouldn't even fucking be anywhere. In my opinion,
but that's just erring on the side of the caution because you know what law is.
Because I'm not because I don't want to fuck a kid. Not fucking interested in anything that entails.
Depending on how you define a kid, maybe I do. Maybe I'd fuck a 16-year-old.
Fuck's sake, Ed.
Maybe I would. Maybe I'd fuck a 16-year-old if she was hot enough.
Well, then move to England.
There's no inherent moral problem with me sticking my dick in a 16-year-old if I move to England.
There is an inherent moral problem. You
and
just won't
certain
go
states
to jail.
in the U.S.
You just won't go to jail.
And they say like 16-year-olds can't handle sex. I haven't met a fucking 50-year-old woman that can handle sex.
With you, because you're fucking awful.
They never mentally mature to what sex is. They're all fucking messes. They're all disasters. How badly would I fuck up a 16-year-old if I just fucked her right now?
Average Joe, you are not blocked from chat.
If I just fucked her and walked away.
You what?
You stop trying to avoid this conversation.
I'm just letting you talk because
some 16-year-olds look really young. Some 16-year-olds, they could pass for 20. What do you do in that situation?
I've met a 15-year-old who could easily pass for 25. And when I was told how old she was, I freaked out a little bit.
Exactly. Because you know
what the law is. I don't think I had, like...
You knew what the law is, and you knew what you wanted to do in spite of what the law is. You pedophile.
She was an attractive girl, but
you see what happens, though? Everybody goes immediately, just like Vibrantly Brantley, and they say, I'm not coming near this convo because it's scary. It's a scary convo. Every man would fuck a 16-year-old so long as that 16-year-old passed for an adult physically, and that's the bottom line. Period.
Ed intro, everyone. Subscribe.
Now, would we date them? Probably not.
See, that's the more important thing. I wouldn't date anyone. Not even Mrs. Sick. Can't be asked. Dating sounds like such hard work.
We didn't date.
Like what do you do if a 14-year-old passed for 18? That's crazy. That's crazy shit.
I
love it because you're so fucking like now you're walking on eggshells.
Now, I've had an underage girl come on to me, but I knew she was underage and she looked underage, and I was just like, "Stay the fuck away from me, sweetheart."
Yeah, I think the problem is that usually in most scenarios, you're gonna be in a position where you have to talk to them before you have sex with them, and that's gonna be the deciding factor 90%.
Well, that's the thing. Like I
have to talk to them.
The reason I don't have, I've never had much trouble with women is because I talk to them, and I think you're the same. Like you talk to people, so I don't think I would ever be in the situation of nearly fucking an underage girl because I talk to someone and I'm thinking you're so fucking obnoxious.
It's got to be a fucking really rare occurrence where a 16-year-old doesn't sound like a 16-year-old.
Yeah, and isn't
whether or not she looks like a 25-year-old.
And asking me to buy her drinks because she's forgotten her ID. Like,
but men are so fucking paranoid about it, mostly because of the judgment of women. I'll throw that out there because women don't know shit. They just judge. That's all they do. Right, Miss Sick?
Women, all they do is judge. I'm judging them for that.
I'll apologize to all women later. But like,
hey, it's okay. You're just being hypocritical. It's okay.
Their judgment is probably the more dominant narrative. But like men are hesitant to even say for a second that they might want to fuck a 16-year-old. Even though every single one of them, given the right circumstances, given the right girl, would want to fuck a 16-year-old. We are very visual.
What if they're really, really into old women?
We don't put that much thought into this shit.
I know. I've always had an attraction.
I'm talking about pure
men.
physicality, physical attraction.
Some people are really into old women.
Sure. Yeah. Fucked up ones. They're all fucked up.
They're just wrong. There's just something wrong with them.
Yeah, those ones are wrong.
If you're about 18 or 19 and meet someone in a club that's younger, like 16 or something, the doorman isn't doing his job. I mean, yeah, in this country, but
yeah. So if you fuck that girl, it's the doorman's fault.
You point at the doorman, go, his fault.
Bring him into the courtroom.
I went out to a club before, and there was a pack of girls in front of me. They're all giggling and shit. And they're saying, "Oh, are you going to get in? You don't."
A giggling bunch of 12-year-olds.
Yeah, are you going to get in? Do you think you're going to get in because you're 16? And she was like, "Shh, don't, they'll hear you." They got up to the door. He took a look at them, let them in. I walked up from behind them. He looked at me, asked for ID.
Yeah.
And I was like 19.
Yeah. But you didn't look. You weren't dressed
like
a fucking moron.
I don't. They were caked in makeup, had high heels and short skirts on and that, and I was just there in my normal clothes.
Yeah.
Is it wrong for women to be into older men? No.
But he thinks it's wrong for men to be into older women because he's like psychotic.
Not older. Old.
This is just. I
thought you said old.
I think this
I
is
said
Ed.
older.
I think this is Ed just wishful thinking.
At a certain point, it is.
I want young girls to be into me, so I can turn them down.
I'm almost 40. Most of the older women are not on my radar. They used to be though. Like when I was 18, I was really attracted to women in their 20s and 30s, and I still am. So.
That's just your preference.
Hasn't changed yet. Yeah. But I mean, what about women who are women who get into their 40s and 50s? They're alone because they're women and they make all these terrible mistakes that make them alone. And then they start, sort of sexualizing the younger guys, the cougars, right? So they have the same issue, right? They have the issue with the 16 and up guys. Of course, we don't give them as much shit when we hear the story about the teacher, who fucks the 16-year-old student or whatever.
Oh, I hate stories like that because they're like, "Oh, it doesn't matter because she's a woman." I'm like, "It still matters. It's still manipulation."
I agree with them. It doesn't matter. All we want to do is high five the guy for doing it. I wanted to fuck my teacher, my English teacher, when I was 16.
I think, yeah. Jesus Christ.
If I had ever done that, do you think at any point in my future life I would feel like I was sexually assaulted?
Sorry, all I heard was sexually assaulted.
Do you feel it? Do you think I would think
young
if I fucked my teacher who was in her mid-20s and I was 16, if I had fucked her, what kind of psychological, emotional damage do you think I would have endured later on in life?
You'd be surprised.
Provided she doesn't get pregnant. That's a whole other story. That's a whole other thing.
You'd be surprised.
Just the act of sex.
You'd be surprised.
Bullshit.
You don't know. Did that happen to you?
What? I might be put off of.
No.
What would happen?
You don't know. You don't know. People
Because
do
keep in
suffer
mind,
psychological
I was
problems.
actively pursuing
a
purely sexual
Ed,
relationship
I
with this
think
woman.
it purely depends on the personality of the 16-year-old.
Yeah, but
Because
there's plenty
you can
of
have-
them who
you
get
can
fucked
have-
up by that shit.
Like a timid.
My
a
7th
timid,
grade
yeah,
English
but,
teacher was hot as hell, but I knew she was into the cool kids.
Like having this 16-year-old who's quite
I love
confident.
that because they're all like that. Every young teacher, there's so little difference. There's so little difference when you're in your
Stop sitting
early
on the
to mid
keyboard.
20s, and the kids are like approaching 18, right? They're right on the cusp of 18. There's so little difference between those relationships, and I don't know. It doesn't matter to me when women do it for sure. It just doesn't.
It's one of those things. It's about power.
Sorry,
Well,
I'm sorry.
I can't argue with you because you know you're right in that way that only assholes know that they're right. So I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to say that you don't know.
I guess I don't, but I was asking
And
a question.
you don't
to
know
be
that
fair.
everybody isn't like you. And
Yeah, but I mean,
You are a
I can-
unique
I can
case.
point to a case
Yeah,
of a
but,
woman.
Like, Ed, like I was saying though, like if you've got a 16-year-old who's very socially awkward and
Sure.
doesn't have a lot of friends and is like
Yeah,
and
but
really
see, the hot
timid-
teacher isn't going to fuck the socially
No,
awkward
but my
one.
point is, I'm really timid, and then a female older teacher comes and manipulates them into sex. Now that's a
Which does happen.
yeah.
To women.
And to men. Young
How?
men, it happens to them.
Yeah,
Like frequently.
you get
and
you
it
get
gets
older
blown
te-
over by the
You
media.
get older teachers who like to control having their boy toy.
The confident young ones are having sex with the
With the
girls of
teachers.
their age.
Oh, but they want the teachers, and they are. Every story I see, it's a confident young one. It's not
Sometimes-
a young one that did not have an active role that was being lured and manipulated. I'm sure it happens, and if I see that,
I mean, all the stories I've read have been like the opposite. So, I mean, I guess
No
it
way. The
depends
ones
what
that
you're
blow up in the
exposed to.
media are always like, this dude was like, fuck yeah. You can see their texts. They have like sexting and everything. And like the dude was in control of that relationship,
I mean,
even though he was 16.
maybe that's American sensationalism. I don't know.
Maybe.
But the ones that I've seen have been. I mean, it might just be different. I don't know.
Whatever.
But
Dude's getting some puss, though.
that 12-year-old, he was so lucky to be with that 40-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit awkward. You know, I was a little bit. Well, I was kind of a bully, but I mean, I was a little bit of a socially awkward kid, and still wanted to fuck my teacher. And if I had fucked her, I can't imagine it would have scarred me in any way. Other than bragging, I would have bragging rights over it, and probably would have gotten her in trouble because I wouldn't shut up about it. That's the risk that the women are running into, is that the boys are going to talk. The boys are going to talk about it.
It's more about the fact of the people that I've seen talk about who had relationships, even if they were confident young men, with older women.
I guess relationships is
when
the
they were
problem.
young. Relationships is a big part of the problem, actually, because
Yeah,
they're
that's
not
a
ready
huge
for that
problem.
kind of shit as well. And a lot of them say they really, really fucking regret it.
But
But but
I regret every relationship I've ever been in.
I mean, that's true, but you know, they're fucked
regret-
up about
I
it.
regret
I mean, I guess
women.
you're fucked up about a lot of your relationships as well. I mean, relationships fuck people up. I mean, maybe that's the fucking takeaway.
Yeah, there you go.
No one should ever have relationships with anybody ever. It'll just break you.
I just wanted to see what would happen if I took this stream in that direction, so we can get off.
I think you knew what would happen, and you're just enough of an asshole to make that happen.
I do kind of revel in it. It's kind of fun. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
guy.
I do platonically love you, though. Hey, most of the people in chat were kind of
sexually love
they
me.
They were mostly engaging with what I was saying. So
yeah, and then they agreed with me because you're a piece of shit. No, I mean
no strings attached. 16-year-olds, I'm coming to England, baby.
Fuck's sake! Wait, you don't even need to. In fact, like you can. Try and get on a plane.
I'm sure I read something like I think it was a American student came over to England, got a girlfriend who was 16.
Right.
And then when he went back to the US, people started like having to go at him.
Right.
For doing
stuff. Because now it's illegal.
Yeah, for doing it
overseas. I mean, if it's in the country. I mean, nothing can be taken legally,
like
but
Japan. Is it Japan where it's 14?
There's some really there's some odd laws in Japan. I won't go into it, but yeah no thanks. But at the end of the day, if you come from somewhere that has certain laws, then people are going to react. If you go out of your laws are one thing and go somewhere and essentially break those laws where it's legal, they're going to think you're a prick, essentially.
Yeah, that's tough. But then you got Scratch 83 here who says I think this is like the typical thing, like the parent perspective, which is if I found out a 23-year-old was dating my 16-year-old, then I would kill them. Nobody would find your body. Yeah, I probably wouldn't, but but I get it, right? You would want to beat the fuck out of that guy. But 16 and 23, that's a really close. Like for the male being 23 and the girl being 16.
That might technically be a close age, but there's a huge amount of growing up between those two ages.
I don't know, man. Male maturity versus female maturity. That's about the age gap that you're going to have going forward in life.
I mean, that's close to the age gap that me and Mrs. Sic have.
I was still a child at 23, is all I'm saying. And a 16-year-old girl, I don't know how much more she would have had over me.
Me and Mrs. Sic have a 5-year-ish, 4 or 5. I don't know how fucking long it is. I don't know how old I am.
5 years, 5-year gap.
But yeah, I mean 16. I don't know how I'm gonna feel when the kids start dating. I'm probably just gonna kill.
Hashtag not all 23-year-olds. Yeah, but see that's a problem though too. Like everybody's got
immature
differently.
He could be like just a good person, but he could be a piece of shit. I mean, it's 16. Like I'm thinking, like 18 and 25, maybe. It's
plus
not
if you're the
thing,
father, if you're the father of a girl, like you are a father of 2 girls,
yes,
you're just gonna want to beat the shit out of anybody who tries.
Yeah, basically.
Like you're just want to beat the shit out of anybody. But you get this 23-year-old.
I want to beat the shit out of the little boys at school who like just are friends with them. I'm like, you fucking stay away. Kill
what if
you all.
This 23-year-old kid who's like working on his doctorate. He's clearly going in places in life. He's fun to talk to. He's a good person and all of that. Is there no exception there? Is there no wiggle room? Is it just he's 23?
I'd want to meet them and judge them, and if they were this fucking little punk, I would try and derail that relationship.
Well, here's the thing. Your 16-year-old is fucking somebody because she's 16. Somebody is fucking your 16-year-old daughter. And that is true.
To be fair,
across the board.
I want fucking nobody until I was 19. Yeah, air horns.
I'm thinking this imaginary 23-year-old I came up with is better than just about any 16-year-old boy.
That's true. But at the same time, it's in the same... I don't know.
See, I'm not a parent, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I just theorize this stuff. So you are going to deal with this, though. See, because you don't know either. You don't know yet. Because they're not old enough that you
I'm hoping the fact that I am an enormous mountain man will just scare them all off.
Intimidate everyone away, and that your daughters will be chaste until they're 25.
Exactly. I think that they shouldn't see any boys until they're married, and I think that makes sense.
Even see them, like not on TV or anything. They're
Never
not
see
allowed
anyone.
to watch. They're only allowed to watch Lifetime TV.
We're not going to be scumbags and do arranged marriage, but they're not allowed to meet any boys until they're married. So that's perfect.
And also they're not allowed to get married until we've arranged it.
Yeah, until we've completely written down everything that makes it.
She gets the choice, and then we get to choose yes or no.
Yeah, exactly. That's fair and just, and I don't know.
If only it could work that way, right?
I'm going to teach them to be responsible, and hope that it fucking sticks.
Yeah, maybe you'll luck out, and your daughters will be lesbian, like they say in chat. Maybe you'll get lesbians. Both of them will be lesbians, and then you don't have to worry about anything.
Hopefully that they'll just fucking live together as twins.
Oh, they've
who are
been saying that already.
The siblings that just live together forever and get cats.
No, see, that's going to be a problem. The fact that they're twins, that's going to be even more of a problem because men fetishize twins.
Well, thankfully they don't look like twins, really. Not anymore.
You just hope they're ugly.
They are pretty ugly, I'll be honest.
No, you don't know yet. You know, they're too young. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know. Sir Sic officially hopes his daughters turn out to be ugly women.
Hope. They already are. No. No. I'm going to teach them as best as possible to make sensible decisions and tell us about shit that's important.
I can't wait until
your channel. Got $5.
I really can't wait until you are the parents of teenagers. I can't wait to see how that goes.
I thought you were going to say assholes then.
Well, yeah, same thing.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying our best to be good. We're hoping that they rebel against us by being really good.
Oh yeah.
We give them quite a lot of freedoms. We get told we're really strict all the time, just because
What's
we're
a
not
little dumb?
fucking
What did I say that it was a
irresponsible.
little dumb? Everything I said was entirely dumb.
A little.
A little.
We get called like, oh wow, you're such a strict parent. I'm like, what? Telling them to behave?
What boundaries? Fucking hell. Boundaries
oh, really? So
that
people
you
call
gave
you
us.
strict parents because of what? What do you do specifically?
We have boundaries, and that's it. And I think what they don't understand is that they didn't have boundaries until they were pissed off, and then they would just punish us.
Like one of them was like.
And that's the difference.
Like they've always had their own bed.
Yeah.
And apparently that makes me a strict parent.
Oh yeah, they haven't
we never
slept in our bed.
Yeah, we
don't co.
We didn't co-sleep.
Because I didn't want that to fucking happen. Because I wanted to get sleep.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did things. We set boundaries. Like I said, all we did was set boundaries, and now the kids are good.
Like, we have rules like they have to tidy their bedroom, or at least keep it reasonably tidy. And apparently that
never fucking happens.
Well, no, that never happens. It always ends up a mess. But apparently that makes us strict. They have chores, which makes us strict. Like they help me with.
Are these people who don't have kids who are saying that
they help up?
No, they're parents. They're our parents.
Oh, your parents
had kids. But
Jesus.
I mean, a lot of it makes sense. Is that they'd have sudden expectations of us. I think that's the difference. Like suddenly, we expect you to do this.
The one thing that makes me not gonna end up on any kind of Catch a Predator show is that I can't stand talking to young girls.
Or people.
I can't stand. Well, women in general are kind of rough sometimes, but young girls, no way. I can't engage in that long enough to fuck them. So.
I mean, that was my point. Like, you shouldn't be in that situation because you'll know. That whole fucking I don't know. I just don't get it because I think
I was just trying to remove
all you need to do is ask him who's your favorite comedian.
I was just saying, like, if somebody magically put a 16-year-old who could pass for 20 in front of your face and said she's not going to talk or anything, she just wants to fuck, so do you want to fuck her? If somehow that
would be the weirdest shit ever. Fuck me.
Yeah, but you'd fuck her.
No, I wouldn't. I would be so freaked out, and I would be expecting someone to pop out of a fucking cupboard.
I'm just saying, like, if you could somehow strip away all of the nuance that goes into it, that makes you know, that you don't want to be around this person.
I don't know. The only people that I've ever spoken to who have had this kind of issue haven't been that bright or haven't been that good at talking to people. A normal person...
it's pretty rare that you're just in a scenario where it's like, hey, do you want to fuck? And then
fuck.
But it does happen.
Not knowing and it's so beyond reasonable to me that you would even be there.
Maybe I wouldn't do anything now, right? But like, they let 18-year-olds into bars. 18 might as well be 16 if anybody's being fucking reasonable about it. 18 might as well be 16. Not a lot happens within those 2 years, maturity-wise. So if you have an 18-year-old in a bar and you're back in the days where you would just drink, and if somebody wanted to fuck, you just fucked. You know, like you're just a crazy. Maybe you were never that way, but I was. I would go to a bar, drink, talk some bullshit to a girl. I'm not getting to know her. I'm not interested in what she's saying. I'm just trying to get laid because I'm out in the bar trying to get laid. If that girl's 18 years old, she can't be 16 because they're not going to let her in the bar, right? But like an 18-year-old girl there sitting at the bar, it's never going to occur to me that I'm talking to a stupid young person because I'm not even fucking paying attention to their personality. I think she's attractive and I want to take her home and fuck.
Maybe I'm just uglier than you. That's the only thing that I can think is because like I always ended up going back with people either definitely Cat for fuck's sake, definitely my age or a little bit older. You know,
I'm talking about loud music and drunken slurring and nobody's fucking. I mean, nobody's really interested in each other.
Where I went out was metal clubs, so I don't know if there's a difference there. There were fucking definitely people who were underage there, but you could just see them a mile off. It wasn't hard. It just...
Sometimes it is. I mean, they're not...
Know.
Maybe you're just stupid.
This is just from my perspective, but I've seen shows where there's kids on TV, and they're like, oh, this is so-and-so, and she's 13. And I'm like, fuck off. She's not 13. She looks 18. And I don't know if it's an American thing where American kids just look older.
I did see this.
Or they make themselves look older. Women, they're getting into the makeup and shit too early. They're getting into the skimpiness.
This thing, it was in Orange County, and he was like trying to get beach parties set up. And he would like go out on the streets and just invite random attractive people. And he like tried to invite these girls, and he went, "Oh, do you want to go to the thing?" And they're like, "We're 15." And he was like, "Fucking hell!" Like, span on his heels and walked off. But like, I don't know.
You can easily get yourself in that situation.
Maybe I have young dad.
I have seen this video before. It's it was filmed by a dad, and they were telling their daughter off for going round and sleeping with boys because she found out that she was sleeping with a 16-year-old, and I was looking at that like that, and I was like, but she looks like 16. And then he went, I made you this shirt and you have to wear it all the time now.
Is it the dad's face?
And it said, I am 10 years old.
Oh, fucking.
And I was like, oh my god, because she's really tall and really slim, and she's 10 years old.
And it's not unheard of that a 25-year-old girl might not pass for a 16-year-old girl. We see that all the time. So, like, what, am I automatically a pedophile then if I fucked a 25-year-old who looks like she might be 16?
I don't know. Is it something that's... Right? But Ed, is it something that's unusual, or is it something that happens frequently that young girls look older? Because in the UK...
I think it's frequent. I think it's relatively frequent.
It's kids look like kids, you can tell. It's unusual to find a kid that looks older in the UK.
Yeah.
I think girls...
It's not impossible.
Girls...
If they do...
I don't know, because I haven't had a real life... I haven't had a real life problem with this, so I guess it's probably less common. But, like, I'm just saying...
It can't be impossible, but... Just be careful, people, for fuck's sake.
It actually is more common, I think, that women look younger at an older age.
That's probably true.
Yeah, like if you're 25, you're hanging out at a bar. There's a lot of girls that look 16 who are straight up drinking in bars and hanging out and stuff. And it's like, you do the ID thing because you don't want to go to prison over pussy. And you say, oh, she's 25 years old. She looks like she could be 16.
But I think at least with me, I just wouldn't be... The people that I thought looked younger, I was just like, didn't even register. I was interested in people who.
But you were into older women.
I mean, I think a big part of liking older women is they were usually DTF.
Ooh, objective hate. That explains a lot of things. So being a Florida boy, I had a Latina stint where I only wanted to date and fuck Hispanic girls, and they do mature much earlier. When I was dating a Mexican girl when I was 16, and she really could have passed for like 22, 23, something like that. So like I imagine if I was older that I wouldn't see her any differently, physically. So maybe that explains where I'm coming from, is that I dated a lot of Latinas.
I think it might have come with experience as well, though, that you'd have just known the difference at that point. I don't know. I think it's a problem for. I think it's mostly a problem for people who aren't that.
I mean,
bright.
yeah, but how you strip that away is you look at a girl on the internet, right? There's no conversation happening. You don't know anything about her. You're just looking at pictures of chicks on Instagram or whatever the fuck, right? Girl turns out to be 16, but she doesn't look that way. Obviously, there's makeup and shit, and they accentuate themselves in ways that make them look older on purpose.
Because they are bait. Instagram is not something that I've paid any attention to. So
that's what jailbait is, though. It's little girls trying to make themselves look like they're not as young as they are.
I don't even understand that.
My only point was all of these concepts exist. All of these concepts exist because the average dude would fuck whatever looks like it's appropriate to fuck, not necessarily based on any of the arbitrary lines.
Are you calling me not average? Am I not normal because I like women to be people? Is that my problem?
I think you're not normal because you expect them to be.
I expect them to be people. I do have an expectation of people. Like now I remember.
You're not normal because you've been with Mystic so long that you haven't had this period, and you're already above it. Like you're already like past it.
I had the bit. I was in my 20s. I wasn't with Mrs. Sick. I had a lot of.
When did you guys hook up?
I don't want to say relationships. When about
maybe 10, I'm thinking of Monkey, because Monkey has been with his high school sweetheart his whole life.
No, I haven't been. I was in my 20s when I met Mrs. Sick.
Early?
Early to mid.
You missed out on some stuff.
Maybe, but I was looking for a relationship. So the people who were just ditzy fuckers, I wasn't that interested in.
Yeah, so you didn't have that period because you were always into relationships and stuff. So you didn't have that period of just going wild. Which is probably better. Like, you're a better person probably because of it. But I did.
Oh, we are about to hit directly onto the mark of 3 hours. And, bedtime is coming up. Like, we can continue talking shit if you want, but I'm gonna end the stream now just because otherwise we will just keep going for fucking 87 million hours. And but thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, Ed, for coming.
No problem.
Big quotes. And we will all see you next time.
Bye.